bunch of other people happening. We got Vigorate Potato. Have been ages. Crazy Score. No problem. That's absolutely like 100% understood. We got May Henry. So today we're going to be checking out I Am Future. Like for the first part of stream, second part of stream will be more Farm Sim. For those who have missed me playing I Am Future before, this game has been in early access for I want to say about 2 years. I could be wrong about that. But it just went release 1.0 this last week, where the story is done, the roof's all accessible, there's teleporters, there's relationships, there's all sorts of stuff like going on. It is a really fun game. It is kind of a cozy game. It had like a very, very strong following when it went to early access, and then you kind of didn't hear much about it, even though it was having its regular updates, and we played for just about every one of the major updates. But then when it kind of got into its full release, like you saw like 1 or 2 snippets, but really a quiet, like a near silent final release for like the main game. Which is really a pity because it has caused it to not be grabbed very much on like Twitch or like lost in the search algorithm and all that. But for those who are unfamiliar with I Am Future, it is a cozy survival game is the way it's branded itself. That the gist of the game is you are in a post-apocalyptic world, you don't know how you got here, you don't know what your memories are, but instead of everything being this dreary, sad, everything's grim and bleak, and everything's survival thing like most survival games are, it's genuinely kind of optimistic that your character walks up and is like, this place is gorgeous. Where's everyone at? And, like, even though it is, like, you know, an apocalyptic event, generally speaking, it's generally people are positive and optimistic and yada yada. So it's kind of a fun juxtaposition on the vibe you normally get in these games. That said, for the survival elements of the game, I would call it survival light. It isn't one of those things that you struggle for every calorie or anything like that, and you have to like constantly dealing with health problems and all that. It mostly is you just need to keep fed, and really keeping fed is not hard. But otherwise, the gameplay loop is effectively, you wake up on this roof, it's all covered in garbage, and you don't have much to work with, so you can take only a couple things apart, and then eventually you can find the way to get the next tool, to be able to take apart more things, to build more things, to craft more things, to then get to like the next tier to do it. So it's the same thing you see in a lot of survival games where at the beginning, you know, you might take apart some rocks and branches and all that and be able to make some basic stone tools, but they're really limited on what they can do, and then you use those to get like iron to then make iron tools, and they can do a little bit more, and then use those iron tools to get like titanium tools to do a little bit more. You get the idea. You get the gameplay loop. But it does kind of have an exploration element to it where, again, you're on this roof, and the tools are all scattered on the roof. It's just you have to figure out how to get to them and all that. So it's not a puzzle game. It's not find this cog to shove into that machine in the right position to solve the puzzle, so much as, oh, I need to figure out how I can make 5 salads to trade to this person to get this thing to do the next thing. I have played this game before in the early access versions, and my understanding is the earlier part of the game should be a repetition of what I've already played. No shocker there. That's just kind of how early access ends up going. So at the beginning, I am going to know what I'm doing up until we get to the point where the new content begins, and I don't know how far that new content goes, which is why we're playing, to check it out to let you see it. Now, before we begin the actual game, I like to go in here and choose, like, go into your gameplay stuff. You do have, like, camera sensitivity, zoom. They have smooth cam on and off. This is a motion sickness thing. For those who don't know what smooth cam is, so a fixed cam is, I have my character, they're locked in the exact center of the screen, and where I could see in my map, my field of view, follows my character precisely. Smooth cam is one of those things that the character moves a little bit, and then the screen starts moving, and then it'll like even out on the other side. So it doesn't stay rigid with your character, it kind of ebbs and flows, or like pans up to give you a little bit more view of something from a little bit higher, but the camera kind of moves on its own without being directly attached to the character. And that can mess with people a lot who get motion sickness. Because without smooth cam, you effectively control the camera, so you know exactly what's going to happen, versus without it, the camera can just kind of do its own thing. They also have here for an accessibility setting is the coziness level. basically this is kind of your difficulty settings. So normal, you have full survival mechanics will be active. On cozy, which is one tier easier, there's these things called the electrocytes won't eat your plants, which that's the only thing it changes. And then you've got the domestic, which is the electrocytes won't eat your plants and you won't lose health for satiation. I'm honestly going to move it to cozy. I've played this game all the previous times on the normal difficulty. The electrocytes aren't that big a deal, but after a while it does kind of gets annoying to manage them. And they do actually have devices later on in the game to like fully just make them a non-issue anymore. But I just don't want to deal with it. So I am going to be putting it on the cozy setting, and I'll show you when the electrocytes show up and be like, hey, this would be happen if we don't have the cozy setting. Which it's just, they destroy your plants, and it's just kind of annoying. You do have your sound volume settings. It does start out at max as a heads up, so just, you know, beware. It does start at max. And as an added thing, if you create a new save file, it resets your settings on that new save file. So save settings, or like your configuration settings, are based on your save, which can, you know, is good and bad. If you have multiple people sharing a computer, it means you can have your own preferences. But the bad news is when you change it, you're going to get ear blasted. You do have, I've turned, like this is the way the text is normally. I've turned up to be larger. And the reason I turned it up to be larger was just for people watching on mobile devices and all that, making it nicer and all that. You can choose to have basically no limit on your FPS and all that. But I lock mine at 60 for streamer reasons. And you get the idea. Nothing earth-shattering there. You've got your ability to change controls. Nothing earth-shattering there, but good stuff. And so with that, we are going to start a brand new game, which is going to have a cinematic, so I'm going to shut my mouth during that, and we'll get into it.
Warning, hibernation aborted. Your total hibernation time was 6 years, 6 months, 5 days. Welcome to Eden, your new home.
I have no idea where the hell I am. But damn, this place is gorgeous.
Yeah, sorry, pretty pictures. Let me go ahead and let that through. It is one of those things. I made the comment a bunch of times yesterday on stream that like I kinda knew that it was gonna mess up some people's stream streak when I decided to do the stream yesterday. But it was kind of one of those things I'm like, okay, if I let the stream streaks make it so I can only ever stream on the exact strictness of my schedule, that's gonna suck. I also have a feeling that the stream streaks, I don't know if they'll get depreciated, but I know they've been deprioritized. Like talking to the people over at Twitch, well, as a TwitchCon, they were basically like, this isn't a priority we're working on right now. We don't expect to make any improvements or changes to it in the near to midterm. And I have heard secondhand information, so grain of salt, that the person responsible for setting up stream streaks at Twitch, I guess, might not be there anymore. Like, I don't know if it's something that they got hired into a new job or were caught in the layoffs or what led to that. But it is kind of one of those things that it's like, I don't want to make that so, like, I have to, you know, weigh, oh, do I collab? The example says, like, if me and Drongo or me and, like, me and Drongo or me and FG or me and Kiri or anyone wanted to ever do a collaboration, realistically, I'm going to have to do a, you know, an unusually timed stream, which is going to blow out a whole bunch of the stream streaks. So it was kind of one of those things that I did start that stream. It was like 2-3 hours later than I normally do, and it's like, yeah, I'm probably going to destroy some stream streaks. But I don't want to not be able to do stuff that I think the community would enjoy, or feel like I can't stream. because this one feature. So it sucks. So I do apologize if your stream streak did get killed by it. But it's just kind of one of those things. And in the past, like, I've literally skipped streams and I'm like, okay, I could stream today, but, like, it's off schedule or whatever, so a bunch of stream streaks would go, and I'm trying to not do that. Realistically, I expect next year, stream streaks are either not going to be a thing or they're going to get the upgrades that we need. Because what I want to do, something I want Twitch to give me, I want to be able to hit a checkbox in OBS and say, hey, this stream, don't count it towards my CCV, don't count it towards stream streaks, don't count it towards anything. Like, this is like an atypical stream. I don't want to be punished for doing this. Like, I want to be able to do this with my community and not be punished. That isn't functionality we have, but it is what it is. But it's good to have you. I do apologize about your stream streak getting destroyed. But yeah. So with that said, one of the things that changed from the beginning of Early Access to not is when you first started, this is your only choice of character. They did add so you could choose as basically a male character or a female character presenting. That's neither here nor there, but, like, I'm glad it's there. So you aren't stuck playing as just, like, the one character. You have choices. It doesn't really change anything in the game other than the appearance of your character, but you got all that. There is some automation available in the game as well, but that's like mid-game you start getting that. Obviously, we're just starting to get in. You do get to do character customization, which was another thing that at the very beginning of Early Access was very limited. I think you could change between, I think it was like 2 hairstyles and like 2 beard styles and like 2 shirts or something like that. And they do have it where it's one of those things that there's not a lot there. I finally got some decent sleep. Now this is what I call a good morning. Only, where am I? And what the heck happened here? I don't remember even being here before. Although, when I think about it, I don't really remember much at all. Gaps in memory are common after hypersleep, but forgetting my own name? I really stewed in that pod for a long, long time. Yep, 6 years, 6 months, 5 days. Oh, my head. Were we partying last night? Where did all the guests go? Should I go look for them? Anyone alive? Hey! Alright. And you can move around WASD and use left mouse button to interact with your surroundings. You can rotate the camera with R and zoom in and zoom out with scroll wheel. So zoom in, zoom out, rotate, movement. Pretty straightforward. Hey, what kind of trick is this? Where the heck is my hand? I can't pull this bush up one-handed. Its roots go too deep. Calm down, breathe in and breathe out. It's just a cybernetic prosthesis. Easy to fix, not like my hands are tied. Alright. And obviously from the giant exclamation mark, pick up cybernetic hand. Well, cross my cables. Someone turned this cybernetic hand into a back scratcher. That's sacrilege. Hey, it's just my size, the colors match perfectly, so what? Does that mean someone went through my stuff? The cybernetic hand allows you to carry large items and collect resources. The last ruler of the Earth Federation wore this now outdated model of prosthesis. So, coins featured an image of it to represent the harsh but fair authority. Judge's lack of beard styles. Yeah, so now I get the choice where I could go here and change my aesthetics. So you can sit there and change your hairstyle, so you can go bald, you can have like the commoner style, you can have the hipster. You choose different, colors if you want. You've got like your beard options, so like you start out with like no beard, full beard, clean shaven, like I guess mustache, beard, clean shaven. You do unlock more as the game goes on. You have eyebrows, you can choose to not have eyebrows or eyebrows, different colors. You can set your eye color, all that's pretty much self-explanatory. You can choose whether or not you have glasses, what color your frames are, as if anyone could really notice that. You can wear a hat or headsets. You can wear a lei, which we're gonna do because why not? Change your outfit and all that. So you got like a bunch of customization. Oh, you know what we're doing. Yup. Yup. Yeah, no shoes. No socks. You change like skin color and all that. Very, very typical customization. Yup. Can I change the pants color? Nah, it's gonna make him khakis. What, can't do socks with sandals? You might unlock sandals later. Yep, so that's what we're gonna do. But yeah, so you change your customization to make your character look how you want. And so what ends up happening is we can grab stuff. And we're gonna be very limited on what I can grab right now. But as you can see, there's a bunch of just random stuff floating around. Let me see how it looks without the smooth cam on. I think I prefer it without smooth cam. But I don't like having to unlock character customization. Yeah, I'm starving. It feels like I haven't eaten all of eternity. Who knows? Maybe I haven't. Character parameters. Health. Sleep to heal yourself. If your health bar falls to 0, your character will fall unconscious. Satiated. Eat to feel fuller. If you are satiated, so if your satiation meter reaches 0, your character will start taking damage. So that's the survival mechanic. Like I said, the survival in this game is very, very light. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a bunch of stuff. These berries smell so good. I bet they're sweet as can be. Something so scrumptious could only grow in a good place. And you can right-click on food to eat it. And so right now we're just taking everything that isn't bolted down. That is kind of the normal process. Okay, and we got Laura. Oh, we got a new hat. So now if I want to change my character's customization, I can go in here and be like, yup, I want to wear the hard hat. Hello, I am EcoMate, a robot designed to help you reuse resources. Place leftover food in the receiver to obtain a product. Yeah, so if you look here, I can get a thing that will make my inventory larger. I can get a thing I can take apart for parts. This is one of the tools I'll be required to make progress in the game, which is I need to give them 5 salads. If I bring them 5 fish, they'll give me fertilizer. If I bring them 10 poisonous mushrooms, they'll give me a fancy shirt. And if I can get coupons, I guess they give me a salad? Okay. Somebody pinch me a fridge on the roof. I may not know who I am, but I do know I'm a lucky guy. Stupid door let me in. Oh, well, no problem. I'll swap the battery out for some new... for a new one and open sesame. Did I lose the battery somewhere? Geez, I can't open this without it. Alright. Wow, there's a note in the cooled ashes. Alright, so we can go in here and... Well, now I know that someone lived here, or lives on this roof. I hope you won't mind if I build a new campfire and disassemble this somewhere out of harm's way. Let's see, to open your construction menu, select the structure you want and then build it. Then choose a spot for it in the world. So you can take this apart. Now, if we do look at, I'm not going to probably go through all the lore stuff, as I'm suddenly forgetting how I do all of my controls. Yeah, so if you look here, I've got a bunch of new things that we have as materials, rare components equipable, we have the berries. So as you can see, there's a lot of different things we're going to deal with in the game before we're done. We also do find blueprints. These are all the different things you can build in the game, which clearly I don't have like hardly any of them. We just started. We have our tools, same deal. Not quite as many as the other stuff, but you can see I've got like 3 or 4 tiers of saws, 3 tiers of hands, injectors, drills, hammers, fishing rods, and a bunch of other stuff. We have our appearance stuff. We have artifacts we can find. And so we have the diary page. So, diary page. Even though it means nothing, I'm going to continue my report. The looters haven't attacked again since my last entry. My master and I are alone on the roof. We're running out of resources. However, the foray into the depths of the building was successful. What I found down there will help my master survive. There is a slight chance that I can. And we found like a little toy rocket. We haven't met the enemies, which is the electrocytes are literally the only enemy in the game. We have things we can take apart, and then you got like controls and all that. But we got on our ability to build stuff. We've now got a campfire and a small storage. So we are going to have to build the campfire. So we can go over here. For right now, it doesn't really matter where I'm going to put it. So we just chose to put it there, and it says, I need 2 things of wood planks. And I did see that there was one right here. So we can chuck that in there. And do I have another around here where I can find it? What the heck is this thing? Over by the Fisher. Some kind of military tech or really complicated growing lamp? Looks like it's broken, so I should take it apart as soon as I get the chance. I'm sure there are components inside are top quality. These mushrooms sure look tasty, but they're poisonous when they're raw. I'm better off cooking them over the campfire. Alright, so our inventory is full. And what you can do is you can store items into a lot of stuff. I don't have any of those yet, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do is queue up to build a chest, which you don't have materials for just yet. Now, the inventory works on inventory slot kind of system. So if you look here, you'll see all these things down here, and we get a much bigger inventory as time goes on. So we'll be one of those things that I will gradually build up till I get a whole stack of an item. After which point, you know, then it will start a new stack. And I need the space for all that. But for the moment, I'm just picking up everything not bolted down. Another empty cryopod. Could there be someone else alive on this roof? I hope he still has his memory and his sanity. Way to assume it'll be he. Good as new, fast, sharp, all around amazing. All right, honey, show me what you got. We found an iron saw. Rusty saw allows you to saw planks and trees actively used on Pandora or Second Moon for both peaceful and military purposes. When the colonists ran out of weapons, corporation engineers used these saws to fight space pirates. But yeah, so as you can see, we are starting to get like basic equipment. So now all those boxes and all that I couldn't do anything with before, I can now go and saw stuff up with them. I'm gonna go ahead and build this first because I need someplace to store stuff. Oh, so I can't saw those yet. I threw some wood in a pile and made a great campfire. When I get hungry, I'll smoke some food over the fire. Cool, so we actually get tasks. So we have our task list here. It says, I need to find a fridge battery. You can keep the task list up if you want. You can also get rid of it. Pros and cons. Some things in the game do come back on their own, others do not. So like these boxes and random metal sheets and all that I'm tearing apart. These, once I get rid of them, they're gone forever. Whereas stuff like the big trees and all that will grow back. All resources, saving stuff you're only supposed to ever be able to get 1 or 2 of, are renewable in some manner or another. Whether it's through trade or fishing or whatever. So it is one of those things, it's not necessarily a bad idea that as you get tools to just destroy everything nearby that you can. Because it gives you more room to work. Those are all materials now that you can just use. Alright. You thought you could hide from me, battery, eh? Enough. Sitting around. Time to get to work. The problem is I don't have inventory space to pick it up. I could drop stuff. Which also stuff you drop does just sit in the ground and stay there. We've got a potted plant that doesn't do anything. At least that I'm aware of. You also do get upgrades that make your tools go faster as well. There we go. That'll let me build the storage box. Use the right mouse button to quickly move items to and from storage space, vice versa. Double-click an item to split into the stack. Okay, but before I do that, one thing I can do is I can take any thing that I would cook and drop it in the inventory in here. And go over here, and for right now I can drop the seeds over here. Grab that battery. Go ahead and grab these while we're here. These flowers smell great, and they taste pretty good too. Too bad I'll need to pick up a couple bouquets to fill myself up. We can drop this in here. And I see that we've got the lettuce over here. Did I not actually get the lettuce part of it? Huh, okay, whatever. Star repairs. The bridge leading to the next roof over is broken. I wonder what's over there. I won't be able to fix the bridge quickly. It'll take some time, but slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, so like this one, I need to get 5 planks and I'll be able to slowly start building the roof. And you notice I just got a new quest. My stomach is growling. I can eat like an elephant. Alright. Glad to see you playing. Well, thank you. We could drop the coal in here for right, not the light bulb, the coal in here. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the battery in here. Man, I am really destined to talk to inanimate objects for all eternity. Alright then, let's just wake you up and see what's inside. Rise and shine. Holy macaroni, I'm back in action, boss. I'll rise, sure, and shine. If I had legs, I'd even do some serious tap dancing. You can talk? What are you? Can you believe it? Never seen a talking fridge before? I get it, being alone has me going crazy. I'm already starting to hallucinate. But wait, there's a much better explanation. It's all because an evil witch put a curse on your castle. The witch turned all your servants into talking objects, and she turned you into a beast. Is that sarcasm? Bingo, boss. By the way, my name is Earl. I love cooking ever since I was young and planned to become a food processor. But Unicorp Megacorporation decided I'd be much more useful as a cafe fridge. So, you were human, but had plans to turn into smart technology when you were a kid? Sounds rough. Stop it. It's decent work. There's a lot of people who love to be in my place. They compensated your family handsomely. You know, mine got a pretty nice deal. Oh wait, I just remembered. I didn't have a family. I can't even imagine. Don't forget the hard drive, boss. New in town? I'm always ready to hand out some expert advice. Come on, ask away. Let's see, you think you're destined to speedrun this based on people's streams? I don't have any intentions of speedrunning anything, but yeah. Who am I? Your face looks familiar, boss. Any chance you were an extra in a cooking show? I'm bad with faces. Recipes are way easier to remember. Do you have that mind thing? Amnesia? Or is it amnesia? Do you remember any jokes at least? No? I was hoping you could tell me some around the campfire when we got bored. That TV is such a cheapskate. Wouldn't even show ads for free. Hey, Frank. What are you doing there, Frank? Sitting on the tube. Oh, looks like someone nicked him. What is this place? This is Cosmopolis, baby. If you want to win the best capital city contest, just wait for the competition to get swallowed up by the ocean. Life wasn't all rosy here, boss. I worked tirelessly for the rich, and then once I was digitized, the bourgeoisie bowed down to me to get food out of me. Haha. What happened here? To tell you the truth, boss, I have nothing to do with this. Sure, the cafe was never perfect, but now... Oh, you mean the flooding? What kind of question is that? Have you been living in the second moon or something? No hard feelings, boss. I'm not an expert on ecology, but it seems you've been sinking for a long time. Where are all the people? If only I knew. If I had to guess, maybe aliens attacked us. I haven't had maintenance in 6 whole years. I'd be in the junkyard by now if there's anyone around here to drag me there. Who lived here? No clue. You're the first human I've seen in all these years. Judging by the mess, I'd say something majorly bad settled here. But I do like how green the roof is now. Later. Oh, my circuits. We really got into it. Used up so much energy. Time to enter sleep mode. You can crash in the roof of the storeroom behind me. The baristas in the cafe I used to work for nap up there between shifts. If you get the urge to chat about the latest rumors, you know where to find me, boss. Okay. So we can open the fridge, of which we got a drinking water bottle. Cool. So we sipped a little bit of water. We can build the bridge and sleep on the deck chair as our next objectives. There used to be a ladder that went up to the roof of the storeroom. I should find some planks and fix it. Fair enough, we got them everywhere right now. Alright, I'll turn the camera. Okay. And we're in the early part where things are a little bit more scripted as we go along. Oh, I didn't mean to skip the dialogue. Even though I've slept for so many years, I feel like it wouldn't mind another 5 more minutes. But you quickly do think, my stomach is growling, I could eat an elephant. I can't sleep, I'm like crazy hungry, I need to eat like right now. Fine. Did I ever tell you, boss? I was a Fridge, the greatest TV chef ever. He showed me every recipe in the world. I always dreamed of bringing them to life, but as they say, Frigidium est Frigidium. A fridge is a fridge. And speaking of food, did you find a nitrum? We can cook it. Oh yeah, of course I know that nitrums are crazy poisonous. But I watched my old boss make baked mushrooms all the time. Once you heat them over the fire, they'll become edible. Wonder if you can outdo his genius. I'll try to become a chef and unlock the recipe. Okay. So this game does have a chef mode thing where you can go down here. And basically you just take ingredients and it'll go, oh, interesting choice. You know, and all that. But if I put something else there, it'd be like, oh, strange substance, probably shouldn't make that. So it'll let you know when you're on track of a recipe, or if I start a recipe, but like I don't have everything I need. Actually, that one's acceptable. Literally, I'm finding nothing but stuff that works. Yeah, so that would be like, hey, you need more ingredients to make that into food. Just because I have played before, I already know that I can put that in there. I can learn the recipe. And now I know how to make baked mushrooms. Okay, and then to cook, I have to put fuel in the fire. And then we can go to our recipes and say, I would like the mushy mush. So we made ourselves some baked mushrooms. And I don't have anything else I want to cook right now. So anytime you have extra fuel left, it's worth making coal. Because that fuel does wind down over time. And so there is that. Alright, now I know how to make mushrooms. You're a mushroom maestro, boss. My last boss, who was the master cooking show host, would have agreed. You know what separates professionals from genius? Pros follow the recipes by the letter. Geniuses come up with their own. Make a recipe of blueberry jam when you get some free time. Taste it, follow your senses, trust your instincts, and let your imagination run wild. Now go, create. Don't ask where I got this. Okay, we can go ahead and learn this while we're here. Cool, so we learned a new recipe. I do not have enough blueberries to make it. But so we can go ahead and eat the blueberry jam and the baked mushrooms to get our hunger up. And then we can go ahead and take a quick sleepy sleep, since that is one of our current objectives. Yeah, so we need to sleep on the deck chair and build the bridge. Huh? What time is it? Did something just wake me up? I thought I heard someone yelling. Yeah. So yeah, so this is Electrocyte. These are the enemies in the game. I'm gonna get away so it's not as loud. But, so what those do is at night they come out and they'll destroy your crops. And so it is a thing that gets a little bit obnoxious after a while. Later on in the game, you do get a way to just completely make them a non-issue. I just don't have it yet. Phew, you helped me out again, boss. Electrocytes are afraid of sunlight. During the day, they sleep inside the buildings, and at night they crawl out and feed on our energy. But we can't relax yet. Go over there, to that spot that I'm staring at with all my might. Pull out the weeds before they spread across the whole roof. Oh, that burns! I need to come up with a way to get rid of these weeds without touching them. What's that stuck in the branches? Looks like some kind of canister. The label of the spray says Stopweed. Is an efficient way to fight contamination quickly and safely. P.S. Do not aim at eyes. I bet I could make some of this kind of spray on my workbench. If you know, I had a workbench. Okay, so we can equip the spray can and use it to destroy the plants. So we just do that. We run over to the plant, go get rid of it. Yep. That's not a plant I need to destroy. And then with that, that does give me some materials. Alright. So with that, that finished an objective. So it wants me to remove the infected weeds. We'll work on that for a minute. I'm all for preserving nature and stuff, but that little leash, you're getting squished. That's better. All the leeches have been eliminated. The stuff grows like wild and covered the whole roof overnight. I find it rarely strange how quickly the plants took over the city. I'll have to be careful when the sun goes down. Alright. Weather. The weather is different every day. It will change at the same time the day changes. You can find the indicator that displays the current weather on the bottom left of your screen. A perfect day for snuggling... Oh, so it's cloudy weather. A perfect day for snuggling under a cozy blanket with a hot cup of coffee. Effects. Nocturnal plants will grow during the day. Solar generators won't work. Okay. So we can drop some of this stuff off here. I say as we don't have anything to drop off here. So we did get our objective done there. So the next objective is going to be able to build the workbench. And you can build anywhere on this roof, by the way. You don't have to be, like, right at the spot. So I've got the plastic, and I'm gonna need to find a little... Like, you're gonna have to find a metal sheet. But as you can see, I wasn't able to actually get through here before. I hadn't approached it yet to show you that. But, what's this here? It looks like a high-tech backpack. Someone left a nice little backpack here. Oh, it's got a voice module in it, too. To expand your backpack inventory, click on the backpack and click on the icon next to the access panel, and press the hotkey. You can increase the inventory space by clicking on the plus button. You'll need a backpack upgrade. Yes, I can click on that, and I've got more inventory space now. But with all that said, we did get access to more of the roof, which means getting access to more materials and more goodies. I see we got a question mark here. So we can now get a garden bed as a thing. We've got lettuce seeds there. I'm looking for a metal sheet. I'll take the berries here. And the bucket. There are two ways you can collect water in the bucket, or in an empty bottle. Equip the bucket to use it. Alright, we got ourselves the area to go down here. But I'm looking for a metal sheet to get the desktop. Oh. As much as I'd love to fish, I literally have no inventory space. Use the campfire to desalinate the water. Okay, so we do have storage down here. I'm gonna quickly toss the paper here. and toss our fishing stuff in here. I thought... alright. I'm gonna adjust the volume. It seems slightly loud. Like actually, the music's fine, so let's go here and make the sound effects a little quieter. Still loud. It's mostly like some of those background ones are a little bit on the loud side. It's a little better. But yeah, so you can fish here. I will when I have more inventory, but right now I don't. You're wondering if building in some places will prevent the plants from growing? I don't know. There are buildings you get later that the buildings themselves will prevent the plants from growing. We don't have access to any of that yet. There's some kind of switchboard components that are burnt out. How am I supposed to open the lock now? Okay. So even if I can manage to build a transformer at the workbench, I'll still have to look for all these appliances for microchips. Okay, so there's a plank, there's a wood sheet that I can go ahead and build our workbench. Alright, so we're hungry again. Okay, so we have all these things I can craft here. Now, one other thing we get is we get these you can upgrade your workbench. I'm gonna go ahead and pin that. We can do the same for over here. And what that's telling me is, like, these are materials that I'm explicitly saying, hey, I want to look for those. Yeah, so I have to make those. We have the fertilizer for making our farm stuff. We can go over here real quick, toss that in there. Toss you here. Got lettuce seeds to drop off here. And then for the workbench, and go ahead and drop all the workbench stuff here. And that's just like, if you're wondering how you know to do that, you just look here until you see the menu. I just happen to already know from past times playing. But as you can see, if we can get some solvent, I can make myself a better saw. I think I saw solvent over here. Let's grab those blueberries while we're in the area, because that's food and we're hungry. Did you become food? Can I weasel over here to grab that? Yes, I can. We got more blueberries over here. But yeah, so if we kept ourselves on the normal difficulty, at night those electrocytes would come out and just eat the plants. But you, lettuce, are what I need. A perfect snack. Can't hurt to try it, right? I'll just skip over text. Helps. Oh, yeah. Alright, so we can go ahead over here. Drop you all off. We can go upgrade our saw real fast while we're here, since we saw that. Yep, and so you see we have more stuff unlocked. Almost all of these will have something you have to get that you're missing. So, like, we have to get more advanced tech here. We got to get the steel disc. So I can't upgrade those right now. We have to find the things to make that other option. But what I can go ahead and do here is let's grab your wood, toss you over here. Let's make the blueberry jam, a nutritious salad. The salads I want to save because we saw we can get the hammer from the machine. So if I'm not actively starving, I'm going to hold off eating those. We can make the bucket into a bucket of water that we can actually eat. So I've got that. So let's run down here and do a little fishing real fast, because we had all that bait down there, and fish will give us some food. But only in California, I missed what that was in reference to. Okay, so we can go fishing. Fishing! You can only fish in certain designated areas. Use different kinds of bait to try fishing without it. Upgrade your fishing rod to catch different fish. Cool, so now we have a new task of catch a fish. I'm just gonna use up the bait we have, because there's really not a reason not to. Because we also saw that there were things in the vending machine that we could get with fish. You played this for a few hours, it seemed fun? Yeah, no, it's fun. And for the record, it is now released. So if you've been waiting for it to get out of early access, it did come out this past week, like out, no longer early access. They've finished the story, all the roofs are available, and yada yada. So all those areas where you'd walk up to the side and be like coming soon, it's now. Okay. Alright, so we got a bunch of fish. Not gonna bother fishing more right this moment. That's kind of wanted to use up that bait for the moment. We're gonna go up here real fast. We're gonna see which of those fish I do happen to need for the vending machine. And those one we'll store. Anything else we will chop up and put to use. And Earl has something to say, so let's check with Earl. Hey, boss. How's the weeding going? Ugh, just thinking about those weeds makes my coolant freeze. Sorry, I forgot to warn you. Watch your back at night. Last time, those electrocytes drank all my juice. Don't look at me like that, boss. You're the one complaining about your memory. But if you want to cough up some questions, I'm always down. Where do the electrocytes come from? Who knows, but some years ago back, they suddenly started attacking all the electronic devices in the city. There once used to be a lot of sentient machines living here, and people like you too, boss, but I'm afraid these pests drove everyone off planet. If you have the urge to chat about the latest rumors, you know where to find me, boss. Do you know how to fillet a fish? Let me give you some advice. From my teacher, make a long cut along the spine from head to tail. How about you learn how to turn a fillet into a fish steak with greens? You can do it. I have no doubt. Steak and greens. I'll try to come up with that recipe. Oh, I almost forgot. If you're not using it, get your coal. Otherwise, just being wasted. Alright, but first, before we go filleting any fish, so the bug eye will give me more inventory. Whatever that fish is, the other one there. Okay, so the small bug eye. Yes, the small bug eye, I'm good to use. The large bug eye I want to save. So large bug eye for right now goes in the box. We can go here, we can go to filleting the fish. And fillet away. And we got a singular fish steak, which I actually don't think is enough to do anything at all. But that's okay. Alright. So with that, let's start going and tearing apart more stuff on the roof. Because we've got this is telling us we need to take it apart. And then you have like these little mini games here where you take apart stuff to get material. So you got like plastic for taking all the wiring out. Each of the screws give me a little bit of metal. The bottom was plastic. We get a couple more screws. So they end up being relatively good sources of just a bunch of different materials. But then there's the stuff like the microchips and that are a little bit harder to come by. So you do get some goodies out of them. Alright. So I'll need a hammer to take that apart. I've got our plant. Let's see. Oh, ADHD Child Simulator mini games, huh? You remember doing this on Bus Electronics? We had lying around. That's actually a very common thing for a lot of people when it comes to just a thing that can demonstrate that they have, you know, a keen interest in like technology and all that. I do see that there's a drill bit over there, but I think I might have to get, yeah. I'll have to get whatever I need to get past there. The thing is like the injector or whatever, before I'll be able to get that drill bit. Yeah, so as you can see, you do slowly make the roof nicer and nicer by just getting rid of all the junk on it. Okay. But all these things we're taking apart, I'll end up using those for different things. But yeah, so as you can see, like, that bush, when I took it down, it switched to growing. That means it's renewable. Versus, like, these little patches of, like, stuff like that I just pulled up. Those were one and done that once I get it, it's sorted. So we acquired a new item. I'm pretty sure that's lore. And we will get to the point that I will be able to remove almost everything that isn't renewable. Like, even this gate and this wall here, eventually I'll be able to go. So if you've ever played the game Dismantle, you can kind of clear areas in the same way that is, just mechanically it works a little different. Instead of just getting the right tool and then banging on a wall till it comes apart. There's that. So we got our microchip. So I do need 2 transformers. And a lot of those things we can find them. Alright, so let's carry these back. Because I'm going to want to head and do the garden. And for those who missed at the beginning, I did set it so the electrocytes aren't going to destroy my plants. Just because I do find that to be just obnoxious after a while. Alright, so go ahead and put down 2 planters, because that's how much fertilizer I found. The garden bed is done. Just gotta plant some seeds and water them. Equip a seed, then click on the garden to plant it. When the time comes, equip the bucket of desalinated water and then click on the garden bed to water it. Monitor plant status to find out what it needs. Most plants will grow during the day, but mushrooms only grow at night. Guard your plants against the nocturnal guests or your plants will get eaten. And like I said, we chose not the easiest settings, like I do have to keep my character fed. But I did just turn off those things because like I said, they go very quickly from this is interesting to this is just obnoxious. I really wish they would go away forever. Like it doesn't take long. Wild berries act as decoys. Yeah, no, any plant happening nearby will distract them from it. I already know I'm gonna need a lot of both of these, so. Alright. Oh, don't do that. Okay, so we've got that. Yeah, we got Soffer on 150 stream streak. Thank you for catching the last 150 streams, not missing a single one. Thank you for that. And I do know I cost a bunch of people their stream streaks by streaming yesterday, and I'll probably cost people more stream streaks by the fact that they streamed today. And not having it scheduled and all that. It is a bummer, but I'm just trying to not have it where I just can't stream because the stream streaks and all that. It's one of those things that people are gonna lose internet, and I don't want people like do stuff that's unhealthy for them either. So we can make our field kitchen better if I make some bottles. So that's 3 bottles, and if I have 7 coal and 4 pipes, I can upgrade my field kitchen. So I just need 2 more coal. So if we feed a plank in there, that'll help. And we got Rongor at 25 stream streak. Thank you again for catching the last 25 streams without missing a single one. I appreciate it. Alright, so we got all that dropped off in here. I don't really have much to say with that. So let's go ahead and make some more coal. And then upgrade the structure. So we made this a little bit better than it was before. That'll unlock new recipes I can make on here, as well as other things. So it is a good thing to do that. For the moment, we needed to make well, actually, I need to make food happen, so I need to make happen. So let's go run down here and fish for a minute. Because see, after you hit 100, you missed one by moving, and kind of stop reporting. It's like the symptoms may fall asleep too. Yeah. Well, that's what I made the comment, is until Twitch goes in and makes it so I can go in and say, hey, like, let me have it so that I can make certain streams are like off schedule or whatever, don't count against people's stream streaks. Like, you know, give us those options. Or there should also be some kind of mechanic you can do as well, where like once you get like 20 or so or 25 stream streak, that you get like a one-time, you know, get out of jail with it, or for another alternative that you could pause on your end, just because otherwise it creates this kind of this unhealthy of forcing you to always tune in, all that. Dobber says, keeping your stream streak going, scratching the same itch as doing all the quests in RPG. Yeah, no, it is a very, like, completionist thing, and I think that part of it's good. It's just there's the side effects. And those side effects being of, you know, I could just catch a microchip? I didn't know that. The side effects of being, like, people shirking other stuff and all that. Alright, so you catch one more clam, and then we're going to switch over to the other stuff. Because we need to eat soon, or we're going to start losing life. Alright. And as we get to the point where our garden's going, I won't have to sit here and fish nearly much. Let's see, technically, let's see, Sunwell is that they added lore master still. Alright. So I need to stop because we're getting ready to start actively starving. Okay. Yeah, so normally these electrocytes would attack our crops, and I'd have to deal with it. That's what we disabled. So I do know we had... That's for fertilizer. I do want those, but right now we need to eat. So I'm going to butcher those. The whole set. And then we'll grab another thing of wood to shove in the fire. Did we not get... Oh, there's the fat down there. I was like, wait, did we not get any fat? Okay, so you can see I can put that in. It says, wait, I need to add more ingredients. And then we have this. It says, interesting choice, which means it's a recipe. So we learned how to make a patty. If we had lettuce, I think that's another recipe, but I don't have it. For right now, we need to not starve to death. We can put the rest of this in here for a moment. Cool. So let's drop you in here. I also should go over here and say upgrade that. Pin that recipe. Upgrade this. Pin this recipe. I learned how to cook a fish steak.
You did that.
I'm not seeing a recipe, boss. Is this the wrong cookbook? How can I learn to make a fish steak? Try combining a fillet with some greens, boss. Yeah, so it's I need the actual, like, lettuce. And it's still worth killing these. And the plants. Because they do drop materials for us. Alright. So you're still doing your thing. Clear weather. Sunny weather is not only great for vitamin D, but also free source of energy. Solar generators will charge. Alright, so let's try and get our food into a better state. Seagulls don't eat the worms? I mean, I don't think seagulls actually show up at any meaningful capacity, so we can get a leech tail and catch what you get me. Cool. And so that's all the fish that I need for the fridge. So if we catch 5 of the fish that I get from the clams here, then that'll let me expand my inventory. So we're gonna try and knock that out real fast. Because once you get those things out of the vending machine, it's kind of one and done. Which means at any point then, if I need to fish for food in the future, I don't have to worry about being like, oh man, do I have, you know, whatever fish do I need to save that, or, you know, all that. I failed that because we got like a momentary lag, which may have been an autosave. Yeah, so once I get 5 of these, will be good. It's also nice that we get these other materials. When the game very, very, very first came out in early access, it was kind of a thing that you'd eventually exhaust the plastic and the metal scraps up on the roof. And the workaround for that was you would have to fish for all what you needed. And then as like the second update to early access, they added the expeditions, which is, you know, a forever renewable source of those things. There's just limitations on how much you can get per day and all that from that. Alright. And with this, we should be able to get our 5 fish real quick. And once we get those, we can turn those in for the expanded inventory. Alright. 2 more. I'm sorry, that's a lie. Well, actually... Oh, it looks like it doesn't take the bait until after you finish this. I figured it was going to be one of those things that took the bait at the beginning. Okay. So we got the fish we needed. But yeah, so there's a lot of quality of life in here like that. I can pin the recipes that I'm not sitting here going, oh man, what do I need? I know I'm partially covering one of the recipes. It's not a big deal. But there's not a question about that. Oh, you need water. Put that away. So I can go here. I've got the 5. Oh, I can do that twice. Okay, so I need 5 more after that to be able to do that, and then 5 of those will get me that. Okay, so we do actually have the ability to use more fish. And it's also wrong about which recipe it was. Is there... Add more ingredients. Strange substance, which means that's a failure. Strange substance, which means it's a failure. Strange substance, failure. Strange substance. Nope. Okay. Alright, so there's a 3rd ingredient I don't have yet for the caviar to be cookable. So we're just gonna eat that right now. We don't drop the... Oh, actually I can't drop the microchip because there's no room here. Okay, that's fine. So with the extra one there, I can go down here and say, I would like another garden plot, please. And then with that, we can get a couple more seeds. It's not super important what seeds I grow right now. I kind of need them all. Eventually, there will be like, oh no, I need a lot more of X or Y. But I'm not worried about that. We got some berries over here. We got the lettuce down here. And the mushrooms. And as you can figure out, the seeds, even though you do lose them as part of growing stuff like that, they are renewable in that the plants come back and you can then, you know, harvest them again. Okay, so we can drop off all those seeds. Alright, so can learn fish steak. Cool. So is that all I need? I learned how to make fish steak. Hey boss, think we might be related? Any fridges in your family? Because you're a born chef just like me. Well, if I could cook, that is. Here, have this bait and straw hat. Now you look like just like a fisherman. I'll be waiting for you to come back with a huge catch. Okay, so Yep, so it's repair the burnt out fuse box, get the bridge. And we did acquire a straw hat that doesn't do anything, and they gave us some bait, which is good news. I am going to not do all those things and make a nutritious salad, because the reason I'm making the nutritious salad is, just as I mentioned before, there is something in the vending machine we can unlock that I really want. That's gonna, you know, block progression if I don't do it. So I'd rather focus on that. So let's run down here real quick. I just realized we had more of this. We can drop all this in the machines. Right, you go in here. Alright, so what do I need to make the transformers I need? So that's 2 wire for a transformer. So 1, 2, 3, because I got 1 already in here. 1, 2 transformers. And that should be enough to open the gate over here. Alright, so you've gained access to a new part of the room. A smart tower! This thing has so many functions. It can be used to contact other survivors or send a drone on an expedition. But someone tried to fix it, and they only made it worse. I wonder if our unlucky expert is still in one piece. Just look at you, girl. Why'd I have to pump so much electrocyte fluid into you? Don't worry, sweetie. The nice man is here to give you your voice back. I'll just need a couple of parts. Explosion damaged my optical systems, and they no longer can analyze information. Oh, it's you, Master. So you woke up after all. Who are you? Or what? Are you injured? What the heck is happening here? So many questions, and my time is running out. I won't be able to answer them all. But I don't remember much, and I understand even less. Then choose your questions wisely, my master. Where are we? Do you really not remember anything? Cosmopolis is the capital of all planets, of the whole world now. The biggest of the cities that survived the floods. The birthplace of digital immortality, robotics, and space explorers. It's a fantastical city, a city dreamt up by the great and terrible inventor/architect, Mayor Lucius. This is our home master. Who am I? Unfortunately, I was unable to figure out who you are, where you're from, my master. The trail leads to the Unicorp head office. That's the megacorporation you probably work for. The only way to get there right now is to fly. On a drone, for example. To do that, you'll need to fix the smart tower and find other survivors who might know the coordinates of their office. But this is going to be a dangerous adventure. I don't know who else in the city might have survived this nightmare, Master, or if they're still sane. It seems this is the end. Fix the tower and find the answers that I, alas, was unable to discover. Perhaps you'll be able to take better care of this nice little spot than I could. And one more thing. What do you think, Master? Do good androids go to heaven? I could be useful there. No. Oh, this is most depressing. Why has my last moments been most depressing? No. I mean, obviously the robot is seeking comfort right now and being like, in my last moment, like, is my death going to be meaningful kind of thing. So we're going to be nice and be like, yeah, you totally go to heaven. Thank you, Master. Even if it turns out to not be true, it was an honor to serve you. Until we meet again, under heaven, who will be merciful. No, it looks like he's shut down for good. Or are you anthropomorphizing the robot? Well, he presents himself as an android. He has demonstrated if he doesn't have some form of intelligence to him, he's doing a really good job of paramiming it, which, you know, good software would. But the whole point is, like, they have presented him being like, hey, like, will I go to heaven kind of thing. And it's one of those things that it's like, there's no negative to lying or whatever, or like exaggerating or whatever, because whatever. So it's just kind of one of those things that, like, if there is no heaven, he dies, he doesn't go there, you haven't hurt him, you've just given him some comfort in his last moments, and if he does, great, there. Isn't the fridge a digitized human? Yes. Oh no, it looks like he's shut down for good. It doesn't seem like he knew how to fix androids. I can't think of a single way to bring the poor guy back. So I'm gonna immediately take his hand. Looks like the android used my tools. The injector fits like a glove. Unpressurized injector allows you to gather liquid resources, but requires an empty bottle. This injector is attached to the android's arm and filled with ionized light. It's a substance discovered by scientists on an expedition to the second moon. Ionized light became humanity's driving force and primary resourcing, but it also led to its demise. And then, of course, the thing we do that it's like perhaps a digitized human is we take it apart and steal its memory module, because its dead corpse is meaningless to us. I mean, sorry, what? Alright. Just picking up a bunch of random things. Oh, my inventory is full. And we got sunglasses. Okay, so what we're gonna need to do now is... I don't have the inventory space for any of that other stuff. Probably should grab one of these sheets on the way by. We could run this over here and just drop it down. We can drop all of you in here. Oh. Drop you as well. We do have a bunch of what we need for the upgrade here. So we can chuck all that in there. I've got the memory module, and I would need 4 sets of nails. So let's go here and say, alright, we need the transformers, so 1, 2 transformers. 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of nails. And with that, I can upgrade the structure. And I'll just immediately pin the next upgrade. Okay. So with that, I can make a bunch more materials we didn't have available before. We can get blueprints. I forgot there was a mechanic in the game. Automatically waters plants around it, but requires electricity. Uses water from its reservoir. We have an electrical pole. We've got a water barrel, which I assume would be the water reservoir. We do have the backpack module once we get that, the materials for that. Yeah, and you'll see all these other things for stuff I would need the upgrade thing for. If we find better fishing line, we can do that. If I buy soft blade, we can do that. And if we find that, we can do that. So it's looking like upgrade tools-wise, we can't do anything yet here. We can unlock a blueprint. We can get the mechanical press, which I'm going to go ahead and grab. And we will plan to build that somewhere. Mechanical press. Alright, we don't have a lot of those stuff ready, so that's fine. Okay. So let's run over, so we have the compact storage upgrade, which will just make that bigger. I'm not worried about that. The field kitchen requires a can of oil. What do I need for a can of oil? Do I not make that here? Do I make it over here, maybe? I do. So let's grab the scrap metal for a moment. This is about to run out of fuel. So I've got a can of oil for that. And I'll make a second one for the field kitchen. And go over here. So I'll need 2 more of the metal pipes. And I will need a transformer. So the transformer, I need wire. I just realized I was grabbing stuff for the compacts. Or you know what? It's fine. We'll upgrade that too. Okay, so field kitchen, I've got the oil. I do need more coal though. And coal-wise, I literally have none right now. It would be... I'll be wasteful on the wood. I was gonna say, it'd be a shame to waste all this wood just for coal, but... that's kind of literally what you use it for, so that's fine. So each plank is going to be 3 coal, so we can go ahead and make a bunch of coal. Okay, we can drop off you for a moment. Actually, keep giving me those seeds. Alright. So with that, we can go ahead and continue grabbing the coal. We can make another nutritious salad. So I should only need 2 more nutritious salads to get that handled. I did give myself some more food to eat. Oh, I forgot. If you eat enough food, you can carry more. Not just restoration or farming too. I'm not sure what you're asking with that. We are planning on playing both Farm Sim and I Am Future tonight. Like splitting the stream between the two. Because like it's very strategically a good time for me to play Farm Sim, but it's also like if I am gonna play I Am Future, this is kind of the time as well. So we're juggling. Let's go ahead and make 1 more coal. All right, cool. So now if I grab the plastic and the metal, we can upgrade this again. I'm gonna drop this stuff in here. Cool. So I did get some worms from doing that. Man, this game, is it only Treadwish or is it more restoration game? So basically what we've got with this game is it is like, if you remember Dismantle, it's along the lines of Dismantle in what you're trying to accomplish. Equip the nano transporter to select a structure, tree, decoration, bush you want to move, and select a new spot for it to keep it inside the transport. Yeah, okay, so basically, if I want to take some of these natural native plants, I can use the native plants and move them around. I never played it. You heard of it though? Yeah, so it is like, it's technically a survival crafter, but like the survival elements are very, very light. It is not a gritty struggle to get through the game kind of survival crafter. It is, you know, just, there are survival elements, but they're kind of not a big deal. And they do let you disable a lot of stuff related to that. Alright. So, like, if you just really don't enjoy having to, like, struggle for food and all that kind of stuff, you can just be like, no thanks, and that's sorted. Yeah, your constructor doesn't block their spawn, the previous quest answered. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, no, I don't, like, there might be a way to block it using the construction, but I'm not aware of it. Oh, there we go. I know people mentioned you can, like, put the wild plants to act as bait to keep them away from your plants. But that's kind of one of those things I'm like, okay, but hear me out. Why would I care about doing that? Because the wild plants are like my own plants, only I don't have to do maintenance for it. So to me, it just makes sense to try and... There we go. Yeah, so I had more than my inventory could carry, so I drop it on the ground. It doesn't get destroyed. So you can run... Actually, let's go check here on what you need. There was a light bulb. Alright. I'll grab this on the way back. But yeah, so I don't know about, like, ways to, like, glitch the pathing or anything like that. I'm sure there is, but you will eventually get machines that'll be like, I think it's like a UV light or something, and you can just use the UV light to prevent the stuff. So let's go here, drop all that off, go here, drop all this off, drop you in here, pop that over there. So smart tower requires the transformers and some light bulbs and the matrix thing. So we can grab ourselves another light bulb right now. So that's enough light bulbs to satisfy everything. Ah, so you're gonna eat my control circuits as well. I need 3 of these. So I'm gonna need more bottles. I remember needing lots of the bottles. I can drop that off. Oh, I should make more of the spray, shouldn't I? Continue to collect the other stuff. And for the record, that big plant, I can't deal with that yet. You do eventually get to the point where you can get rid of them, or limit them or whatever. But we're not at that stage yet. Yeah, because as you can see, it puts a big poison cloud, and if you stand it, it actually hurts quite a bit. Okay. And with that, we just got our drill. Woohoo! A low-powered drill allows you to carefully disassemble structures made of weak metals. All improved version of the Espen model invented on First Earth. A copy of the original is now kept in the Cradle of Humankind Museum, the Old Technologies Hall. Alright, so let's go ahead and run this back over here. because with that, I can go to our blueprints, and we can go ahead and unlock the metal storage, the wood storage, and the sprinkler. And so for that, we can go ahead and... I'm not ready for the sprinkler quite yet, but we can grab the metal storage and tuck that up against this wall. And I can grab the plank storage. Oh, I see. I can't quite fit it where I wanted it. We'll move that over here. And demolish that. There we go. Alright, so you need 2 pipes each and a metal sheet each. Fair enough. Should be easy enough to do, so we can go here and say 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Because now instead of just dumping these on the ground, I could toss them here to have them more organized. Let's see, low inventory space, notice. I'm guessing you can upgrade it with conditions. Yeah, we can upgrade it. We actually already know where I can get an upgrade. I need to do more fishing to make it happen. We'll get there. Yeah, so as you can see, I can clean up the area a lot better this way. And it is a thing that later you get helpers, little robot helpers, and you can have them set up so they'll go around the roof picking up whatever's scattered around the roof and put it in the appropriate storage if it's not full. Alright. Okay. And those are giving us more worms for fishing. Oh, I see my inventory is full, so I just did that and then dropped it all on the ground. For right now, I'm going to put the little ball thing in here. I'm not ready for it yet. The spray and all that can stay here for the moment. We can run up to where the transformers were and drop those off. Here, let's plant that back. And this should let me make another salad, maybe two. Okay, so you need more lettuce for another salad. So one more salad, and we will have everything we need to get another one of our locks. I was hoping we'd have lettuce growing over there again. All right. So let's drop all this stuff off up here where it wants it. Cool. Well, wrench my sockets, this is a minion. An indispensable helper around the house. It knows a ton of commands and is happy to do all of the kinds of routine tasks. But as luck would have it, this little guy's broken. I think I can tell how it works, though. I can rebuild a new one. I just need to find a programmable core. Alright. There's lettuce tucked right there. I imagine over time with being able to move those, you'd want to take the time to move them to kind of all be in the same area. So you'd have like your tree harvesting area for when your wood is low, and you'd have your, like, you know, whatever other renewable materials. So I need to go get the water. I don't have it handy. We can make ourselves the last salad I need, so we can drop this off. Now we can grab that into my inventory. Put this up here. I don't remember what the salad was for. The hammer. A simple hammer, used for disassembling structures when brute force is required. The main tool of the Hammerer competition. Cosmopolis' major event and a chance to climb the social ladder. Officially, champions were hired as corporation guards, but the rebel leaflets claimed that they were being sent to the mines. Okay, and then we've got this thing, which is an inventory cell, which makes our inventory bigger. So we can make a backpack module. I right-click on that, and my backpack just got about 5 tiles larger. We can toss the rest in here real fast. The electrocyte should go in there. We can drop the seeds in here. Alright, so those need water, and I don't believe they'll die if you don't water them. They just won't continue to grow. Alright, so let's go down here and burn all this bait we've got, because that'll give us some food and all the other goodies. As well as maybe get us some of the fish we need for trying to get more of our unlocks. Yeah, so as you probably noticed, we are slowly and very, very slowly expanding everything. There's the water that I'll need for my plants. We got a ton of bait to use here. So there should be enough bait that we get, the thing we get from these, because I don't remember what it is, like, that fish, whatever it is. I believe we get appliances we can disassemble for just a range of materials. Now, most of those are usually you get them and it's one and done. But that's fine. And then spares we get, we can just eat. My stomach is growling. I could eat an elephant. Yep, we are working on it. But yeah, so as I'm finishing these things where it's like, I have this fish that I no longer need to use to get something out of the vending machine, or we no longer need a salad, so now I can eat the salads for food instead of putting them in the machine. We can take the leafy greens and fish to make, you know, the whole fish steak with greens or whatever. I could put more of my food towards being consumed as food and less towards other things we got going on. Alright, I should be able to catch enough with the worms to get ourselves another thing done as well. And I could take a moment while I'm here, get 5 more clams, maybe? And if I can get the 5 more clams, and then catch the fish from that, that would give us the extra plot of growing thing and get the last of the fertilizer we can get for the time being. Because that means I could spend more time just, you know, very quickly doing that as opposed to worrying about other things. Because the good news is at least fishing is relatively fast. And if you don't enjoy, like, the hunger mechanic, you can just completely turn it off. There is it's a quote-unquote coziness setting, which is just the, what they call their difficulty setting. And all it does is, if you do that, then the only thing that food does is when you are fed enough, you can carry twice as much so far as, like, the things that don't go in your inventory, but your character, like, slings over their shoulder. Instead of only being able to carry 1, you can carry 2. And I want to say later on you get a better hand or whatever. And I think it makes it go 2 and 4. Alright, come on. There is also a better fishing rod we'll get later that'll allow us to catch a lot more stuff. Alright, 2 more clams, I'm lying to you. 2 more clams, and then those will guarantee us to catch the fish each and every time. A better hand, what are you, the diamond dog boss? Yeah, something like that. It's just the tool upgrades, because it'll let you carry more of the basic stuff, but I want to say the better hand also makes it so you can, there's things that are too heavy for you to carry right now that they make it so you can carry those. I'm hoping I get this knocked out before my hunger gets low enough that I'm gonna have to go back up. Okay, so now we're just catching the fish we need. But we also get to the point that we'll start automating our farm so that we'll be able to, instead of carrying a bucket of water that we have to boil each time, I'll get to be able to like just pump water directly to my farm and have it, you know, water itself. So literally all I have to do is plant and harvest. All right, one more. And then we're out of here for a while. Okay. So with that, we can run up here and get that sorted. We'll be able to get the smart tower up soon for the expeditions. Oh, wait, I have to turn it non to salt water. Okay. Let's grab you for a moment, and grab you for a moment. And go to the vending machine. Okay, so we can get our inventory chip, we can get the fertilizer, and we can get the appliance. We'll deal with the appliance in a minute. I will need to grab a plank of wood, chuck it over here, because we need to, like, eat now. Gonna grab some veggies on the roof so we can just cook those real quick. Okay. So with that, I can go here and say, I would like to eat that. And that. Alright. So now we're not an immediate, like, hey, food is dire. So these are our spare fish. So we can go ahead and fillet all of these. We still don't have anything we do with the caviar yet. Alright, so with that, make ourselves some patties. Cool. And we'll just drop the caviar in here and leave the patties. I did get an inventory cell, so let's go ahead and make the backpack module for ourselves. And now we have another 3 spaces of inventory space. Yep, so we're already getting to the point that our inventory space is getting to be a lot less limited. We can drop off the seeds. I do have more fertilizer. I don't remember what the rules are with stuff like the fertilizer. Alright, so we can make a minion as well. But that requires plexiglass, and we haven't found plexiglass yet. So let's not worry about that. I don't have all the materials to begin with. We can go over here and grab a piece of wood. Drop it there. I will need to, before I forget, make our water. And turn the rest of this into coal. I didn't mean to eat that, but luckily I didn't waste any of it. We'll keep planting a bunch of stuff. Because I'm not too torn about what we plant. As long as we keep it producing some kind of food, that's fine. Alright, so. We did get our hammer. That was a new piece of equipment we didn't have before. That should let us break stuff open. I just remember we got this appliance on the machine. And the question is, did that... Yes, it did remove it. So the only thing we got left is we can get a new piece of clothing if I get 10 mushrooms. Alright. Oh. There was a water bottle in there. Okay. I'm fine with that. I'm also realizing I can take a lot more of this apart now. Let's see if we can't check out stuff like these vending machines. I cannot quite take apart my cryopod yet. Alright. Oop. I had like autosave there. Okay, so I can't quite get to those yet. There we go, free transformer out of that. But that's the reasons why it's really worth it to run around and start tearing a bunch of stuff apart as able. You can sometimes get a lot of the really good materials out of it if you just take the time. Or you can sit there and just craft them slowly out of whatever you can find, that's fine too, but... Okay. So it's doing what we can. So I do see there is something we can use on the other side of this, and there's also something over there. I don't know how we can get to some of that stuff. But I'm going to sit here and try and get what we can out of this. But I still need to make 2 more displays for antenna, and that's going to get expeditions to be unlocked. And we're going to get a lot of the stuff we need to progress the game from the expeditions. That's where you can get stuff for making a better drill bit and a better hammer and all that. And those are all like kind of scripted things. You know, help you learn about the world and whatnot. Okay, so can't quite get around there. The music kind of reminds you of the Flame in the Flood game? Don't know that one off the top of my head. Ooh! That's just gonna straight up give me a display. Let's run up here and just try and drop off that display right here. So it's one of these that gave me a display. Keep hoping we'll find something good in one of these. If not, we are just getting stuff I no longer have to run around out of here. I think I remember Stan the Hoarder having a nice drill bits for sale. If I had new bits, I could upgrade my drill and disassemble this pod. Okay, so the assumption is that I would already have access to the tower back there by the time I got to the spot, which is fine. Okay. Yeah, so you need another empty water bottle. There's one of these that I got the display from, so I was hoping to just grab another display out of one of these and not have to make one. If I do, I do. I probably do. It's fine. Oh, wait, what? What about you? Nope. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so with that... Oh, I see I missed one of these. We did get some more ink to unlock some more stuff. So let's try and do that real fast. So blueprints. We can have the electrical pole. So water storage container that you can fill up with buckets. You can't mix salt and fresh water cocktail in there, though. I'm just going to go ahead and get the electrical pole, and we're just... Oh, well, that just gave me... It's fine. It gave me, like, an upgrade thing, but not straight up anything. Alright, so what would it take me to get another matrix display? I can just literally make it right now. Alright, so let's make that, run over here, and unlock the tower over here. Because I'll get that out of my inventory. I can worry about the next thing here in a second. Thank you for using the Unicorp Smart Tower. My purpose is to make life more convenient and communicative for people everywhere. My functions including digitizing consciousness, memory correction, contact with distant worlds, and drone control. Please select an option. Correct my memory. Error, please insert a corrective module and try again. Connection error. Warning, dangerous software detected. Please refrain from using the consciousness digitizing function until the virus is deleted entirely. Radio contact. All radio signal sources are currently silent. Please try again later. Drone control. The drone is ready for launch. Select a destination coordinates to, and move the manual control. Okay, so let's look at our upgrade modules. So a decoder is a very doable thing, so I'll pin that on here. We don't have batteries. The minion builder. A builder minion can learn to provide structural holograms with resources and find the right resources in storage, and all that. Engineer. This new mode will let minions into engineer. This little guy brings structure any resources it requires to operate. For example, it can fuel your generator when it needs it. Alternate fuel. I don't have anything remotely there. Drone bigger battery. Don't have those. Don't have those. Radio module. We can potentially make that happen. And I'm not going to worry about the rest of these yet. So I did notice... So I don't have the materials to do that or that. I did know something got pushed off the bar there when I added another one on there. So I'm a little disappointed that you can do that where if you keep queuing up stuff, eventually stuff falls off. Turn your prosthetic into an awesome tool. Speeds up motor skills and cleaning ability by 20%. So these are all just gradual improvements. We won't worry about those quite yet. Let's run back here and see if maybe it was the workbench I accidentally removed. We also need to talk to Earl. Because Earl's whining here. I'm feeling kind of sleepy, boss. Gotta perk myself up. I heard Stan the Hoarder sells coffee seeds in his shop. Once it grows, I'll be back. I'll take mine black. Heals you too. My teacher would drink 16 cups of coffee before every broadcast. Never got sick. And he died healthy. So, I'll have to find some coffee beans and learn how to make them into coffee. Sounds simple enough. Alright. Okay, so we can go over here, drop all this stuff. It's just a minor giant pile of coffee. It's probably okay. Ah, so it's a perfect workbench we got kicked off. So either way, we don't have foam panels. And then same with you. Yeah, so all those are waiting on foam panels. And then what about you? Also waiting on foam panels. And then I've got you. I've got some of these things. So it was down here that I made the oil cans, right? Yeah, so that's metal and fat, and I do have the fat. And I do have the metal as well. So we can grab that stack of metal. We can grab a wood plank. Drop it in here. We've got those made. I don't have any other recipes here I can make right now. So let's go ahead and use the rest of the fuel for this. We can make ourselves a nutritious salad or two. Okay, so we can drop this back off. I need the solvent and I need the plastic. So what do you do? You turn... So that, I think, makes sheet metal out of the loose stuff? Okay. And I don't have batteries yet, so we don't have to worry about that. Were there any more buildings we had that I needed to construct? We have the sprinkler and the minion require plexiglass, and I don't have electricity, so power pole isn't really necessary. So I can put that away. Drop you up here. Oh, we can split resources now. Gotcha. So I could basically take these things and turn them back into their base materials. And all of these I am missing stuff to upgrade. And I don't have ink for the upgrades. I don't really care about the paint at all right now. So it looks like we're fine there. I will need a screen here. And a transformer for that. For the radio module, I just need the metal and 2 nails. And a microchip. So I've got what we need for both of those. Let's go ahead and get those upgrades first. I also see that I've got a seed that's done here, so let's chuck a... Oh. I happen to already have more seeds. Cool. We can drop you off in here. Alright. So let's run back over here and upgrade this thing. So we've got our decoder, which is supposed to let me decode the digital storage. And then we also got ourselves the radio module. Cool. And I guess it would be worth me going through. So these seem to just make them faster, which isn't bad. So you can go ahead and like click on all these, get them all set up, and plan to try and get as many of these done as we can. I'm not gonna go out of my way for those. Oh, so there's a radio module. Game Master. Greetings, traveler, and welcome to the Planet Invaders. Side with the brave Captain Galax, defeat the troglodytes of the planet Amo, and find the treasure hidden aboard the wrecked galleon. Are you ready? Captain Gala needs to escape the enemy-ridden pirate port and reach Amo. What will you choose? We could fight Boba Flea and seize his cruiser. We can plead with Boba Flea to let you go in peace. We can steal the pirate leader's Boba Flea's ship. Steal the ship. I guess we wait patiently for a response. But yeah, we also have the decoder. We can drop that in. Oh, it's click and hold on. We got activewear. Nowadays, sports are more than just a hobby. They're a part of everyday life, crucial for staying alive. So basically, I unlocked a new piece of clothing. Cool. So with that, let's go ahead and get a couple things knocked out here real fast. I can drop all of this back into storage. So I don't have more fat to make oil cans. So that would be 3 oil cans I need for that. I do have enough of this, and I can make 5 of these. That I can make my hammer better. Oh, wait, wire. I have 9 wire, so I can go ahead and make the cybernetic hand firmware better. And we can make our hammer ergonomics better, which I think just makes the tools go faster. They're not the type of upgrades that progress you in the game. They're the type of upgrades that are a convenience. So I've got that ergonomics done. Yeah, so then there are more upgrades to all these, but they're down here that require me to upgrade the whole tower before I'm allowed to do them. So that's good news. So I guess the next thing to do would be let's start an expedition. And this is the way you advance some of the story stuff, get more materials, all that. And it did tell me to check the plane crash first.
Zidian_ for subscribing for 34 months. Let's go.
Thank you, Zidian, for the tier 1 sub. That's 34 months you've been subbed to the channel. I really do appreciate that continued support. It means a whole heck of a lot. Coming up at 3 solid years. So thank you so much for that. I do hope you've been enjoying your advertisement-free viewing as well as access to the emotes. Alright, so it did tell me to go to plane crash first. So that's where we're heading. Now this is not me going through. This is like I send a little drone. So these are a lot more scripted. So we'll go ahead and dismantle this. But yes, thank you again for that support. It means a whole heck of a lot. Okay, so we can go in there.
Thank you, Burn and Sun 1 for subscribing for 34 months. Yeah, as Zidian said, let's go. Choo choo.
Thank you, Burning Sun, for the tier 1 sub. Also 34 months. Coming up 3 years. I'm going to finish the thank you as soon as I stop this ooshy gushy sound from stopping. Then I'll give you a proper thank you, kick it off the hydrant. Oh, do you hear that rousing new instrument joining in the melody? That's a hero appearing to help the damsel in distress. Ah, how quaint and romantic. See those pesky fans who tore my security to bits just to get a little piece of me, retro diva Maraquin? Darling, get rid of this damsel. Could you rid this damsel of their presence? Okay, now the sloppy munching noises. All right, so going back to, so thank you again, Bozidian and Burning Sun for 34 months they've been subbed to the channel.
Squishy noises.
Which I really appreciate. And following that, we also have Ghetto Quesadilla dropping 100 biddies and Sentient Cookie dropping 100 biddies. So thank you so much for all that support. I really do appreciate it. Kicking us up to 75% in our level 1 hype train, so I really do appreciate that support as well. But yeah, no, as I was trying to listen the whole time, hearing like little squelching noises again and again, going, please, I really need this to not be in my ear. But yes, thanks so much for that support. It means a lot. For the record, I am trying to work on... There's a new start. You missed the start. My bad. This is a new start. We started this stream, so just a couple of hours ago, 2 hours ago we started. And it is for the 1.0 release. So the game is done in the sense that it is released. I don't know what long-term plans they have, like DLC, expansion, building on what they've got. I have no idea how the story ends, but the story does have an ending now versus before it was like, and you got to the new roof. Get back to us next time when there's more game than there is right now. So we are checking it out. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and keep working things forward, but thank you again so much for all that support. It means a heck of a lot. Now that's what I call a true power of music, and it's all thanks to you, darling. You were marvelous, but don't leave a lady waiting. I'm trapped in the cockpit. Come free me, my knight. No, I don't wanna. Okay. Yeah, you played through what was released when you last did too. Yeah, so it's done now, so you can actually get to the ending. So we're gonna examine this article about the Marquin. The passion of Cosmopolis never cools. Infamous film and music star retro diva Marquin was spotted arm in arm with the incomparable Redacted. Again, rumors abound that Marquin's astronomical rise to fame only happened because a certain influential benefactor. Astronomical isn't even quite right, the word for Redacted's ratings. However, which we're saddened to say are falling. Maybe his new paramour's perchant for alcohol is to blame, or perhaps her scandalous nature. They do say that often madness and genius come hand in hand after all. We hope our beloved Redacted will come to his senses and put an end to this fleeting affair, and hopefully to Marquin's entire career. The Redacted. Wow, this takes me back to Star Sector. Yup. Unfortunately, you can't get into the cockpit without the access code. My poor boys, my androids, knew the right digits. Try to find them, if they're still alive. Okay, so that's where the code goes. Mark ticket. Here it is, the lucky ticket. You can still see the remnants of the code, something written in marker. It says 19. Unfortunately, the salt water washed away some of the numbers. Now, where could you find the other half of the combination? Alright, so you can examine this one. Where will this take you? A sunny coastal resort? A military aircraft carrier? Or maybe a wild goose chase? Who knows? The ticket is stained with electrocyte slime, so you can't see the destination. Mark ticket. This is a plane ticket with silver wings on it. Probably useless now. It's ripped, so they probably won't take it at the boarding gate. And besides, all the airports have been empty for a long time. Cool. Time to brute force 001, 0001, dang. 002, dang. That's only 100 guesses? Wouldn't it be 1,000 guesses? Well, sorry, wouldn't it be 999,000 guesses? Well, I guess 10,000 because you gotta include 0 because it's 4 digits. Oh wait, never mind, I'm sorry. Because I had the first 2 numbers, it's only 100 guesses. Yes, you are correct. That's the reason it's like, wait a second. Yeah. Examine. Article about digital immortality. Unicorp is delighted to announce that they have concluded the final tests of technology to digitize consciousness. A concept that researchers have labored over since the dawn of science is now officially possible. Digital immortality is available to the masses. Our Honorable Mario Lucius, who also heads Unicorp, is certain that the Earth Federation will not lose a single moment from this point onward, as memories can be stored forever on a chip no bigger than a pack of gum. Don't worry if you don't have the skills humanity needs. Money works too. To reserve your spot in line for digital immortality, please follow the link to fill out the form. Become a part of history, once and for all. Cool. Come in, Echo Base. Do you copy? I was gonna make a Star Wars reference and then my mind went blank. This is Marquin Brondo's plane. Please respond. We're planning to make an emergency landing in Cosmopolis. One of the engines is on fire. The turbine might have sucked in a bird. I can't help it. They dive-bombed the plane. Ground control, we're experiencing a fire on board. Respond. We're losing altitude. Looks like we're gonna have to make an emergency water landing. This is the captain speaking. We're going to have to descend. If the pilots need help, the 4-digit code to the cockpit is 26. Passengers screaming. Oh no, we've lost power. The server is out. Birds! Those aren't birds. They're sticking to the fuselage. Less than a minute until splashdown. The outer marker is at 0. This is Marquin Brando's plane. Please! Ah! That's a sad scream. You're 2 hours late? I'm so sorry. If you've seen me play it before, you haven't missed anything new yet. The early game is the exact same. And very minor quality of life thing. Instead of making me go through and be like, wait, was it 19, 26? Let me write it down. They just put it up there once you've done the thing to learn it. Ah, after so many years, the prince has finally come to save the princess. I remember the day when the man I loved first put this song on for me. He was such an incomparable, so strong and gallant. I fell so deeply in love then, I almost fainted. It was like waking up in some beautiful after an endless nightmare. When we were forced to part, I wanted to become that jukebox he used, just so he'd touch me again and bring me to life like old times. This is more information than I require out of you, Marquin. But now you're here, my dear, and I've fallen in love again. Open your chat, darling, and I'll send you a kiss. I'm assuming this is us. I'll be glad to help madam or mademoiselle, but I barely know you. You don't know who I am? Perhaps you haven't seen me before. I haven't been in many movies lately, but I'm sure you've heard me sing. I'm the retro diva Miss Marquin Brando herself. You can call me Mary. It's not every day you get a superstar asking you for help. Please, darling, get me out of this awful swamp. My poor Andros will never hear my lullabies again. But I can sing in a jazz ballad around your feet. Oh, about your feet, not around your feet. Very different situation. Or set the mood with the music. To leave you to this face would be inhumane, to put it lightly. I've seen the electrocytes can do. I'll help you get out of here. Need a Budweiser after that description? Why would you want water beer? Too bad the pilots weren't Major Tom. Then they could have called ground control? Yeah. Cookie is the princess? Okay, so you can buy blueprints at Oscar store using coupons. Yeah, it's sadness beer. It's just water with a beer label on it. And a touch of alcohol. Days of the week. The current day of the week is shown on your character panel in the lower left corner of the screen. Some crypto shops and expedition points are only available on certain days of the week. Information about their openings hours can be found in the journal tab of the character menu. For the record, this game is not a crypto supported game. You do not get some type of cryptocurrency to buy stuff in the game or having a crypto trade market or NFTs or any of that crap. Just in the time that this game was made, like, crypto is still a trendy thing, so the in-game currency is called crypto. All beer is sadness beer? I mean, there's actually enjoyable beer, but still. You two understand, darling, that landing on a platform is simply not a place for a star of my caliber. Can you find me a stage or a cozy little spot closer to the bar that I can feel inspired? You can move characters around the roof. Just select the character you want to move in the Characters tab of the construction menu and select a new spot for them. I would like to move Marquin to face off into the ocean forever. Excellent. That's what you wanted, to stare off into the distance? Yeah, it's a big difference. Exactly. Plus, you magically make it appear out of thin air, just like real crypto. You do, and people still exchange it for some reason. Let's go ahead and we're going to start another expedition before we deal with any of that. Let's see, up here there's some very good microbreweries, but you agree willingly imbibing bitter liquids is not for everyone. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Like, definitely not everyone is into beer. I just realized I might as well not worry about this because I don't really need the materials that these are going to offer me right now. Oh, actually, I take that back. Let's check the broken supply because I don't know what the rewards are, and if I don't do it today, I have to wait till Sunday in game. So let's go grab that. Broken supply crate. The wooden top is broken, and the crate's contents are half rotten. A fat caterpillar has taken up residence inside. As the drone gets closer, the caterpillar scurries into a dark corner. We found fertilizer. I'll go over here and I'll grab the flotsam. Abandoned shelter. Someone clearly left in a hurry. They abandoned their belongings scattered all around. Weeds have sprouted up everywhere. The tent's tattered shreds sway in the wind. There's nothing useful here anymore. It was claimed by time. You found a kettle. And flotsam just gives you metal. Anything that didn't sink to the bottom is now floating on the surface of the water. Looking for a new place to migrate to. So got a little bit of metal from that. Trash beach. The high tide deposit heaps of trash here every morning. Sometimes there might be something useful among all the junk. Today you found plastic. And with that, we are out of energy for the bot, so it needs to come home. You'd like illegal moonshine as opposed to legal moonshine? Okay. It's still moonshine. I mean, the illegal moonshine, the reason it's illegal, I mean, other than the whole, for a while, having the whole country be a dry place. But there was also a lot of it is those bathtub brewery moonshine had a tendency to cause people to go blind and have other very adverse health effects because it was not exactly handled in a careful or safe way. Alright, so. Alright, I need to talk to her, don't I? Boo. Conversation. So let's take apart the kettle for parts. Because you can actually get legal moonshine nowadays. It's not particularly common because a lot of moonshine tastes absolutely terrible. You can make it taste good, but it's pretty uncommon. I got a clam in there? Okay, I guess. You had some illegal moonshine a couple months back. It was legit like drinking gasoline. Yeah. Voila! So how do you feel about your new spot? No woman is happy as a woman saved by a brave hero, darling. Oh, I know how I could thank you. Money! Maraquin doesn't need it. I prefer having men with money to having money myself. Take it, it's just scribbles to me. But they say this blueprint can help you build some kind of farm. I grew up on a farm. Did you know that? Yes, Maraquin used to feed the chickens. But this blueprint isn't for that kind of farm. It's for mining money! A mining farm would be so useful. I know a few places where you can use U-coins. Thanks, Mary. We'll settle up someday. Who knows? Maybe you'll buy me a colorful black light for my delicate chassis. Ah, this place brought me into reverie. Promise not to laugh. For a second, I felt like you were a special man from someone in my past, and not yourself. Will you indulge a lady's frivolous request and part your hair like an aristocrat? Just for a minute. I want to make sure I'm mistaken. I can't say styling my hair was on my to-do list today, but alright, I'll try to work this comb. Alright. Let's see, not having a license to sell moonshine makes it illegal. So you don't take money for it, it's not illegal? Yeah. Like these days, you don't really have people doing illegal moonshine on any meaningful capacity. That's mostly out of the out of an era here in the US where, like, alcoholic beverages were illegal in the vast majority of situations. There were exemptions, but for the most part, it was just, you couldn't have it. Wasn't allowed. Okay, so we have more fertilizer for more crop beds. These are eventually going to become a nuisance that I won't be able to keep up with them. But we do ultimately get stuff like sprinklers and all that to help out. Alright, so let's get these two built, get some seeds tossed in there. As he countered said, you've had moonshine, there's a lot of regret. I'm glad your vision wasn't impacted, you hope. Well, that's getting into when you get like bad moonshine. That's the nature of any type of hard liquor that you get like bad stuff, you have those kind of risks. That's where you hear about people being like, yeah, we're gonna go drink some, you know, hand sanitizer. Well, not hand sanitizer, people don't actually drink that despite what garbage you hear. You know, like the idea of people drinking, you know, rubbing alcohol on that and going blind from it because it's not fit for human consumption. Alright, so we need water. I've also got a lot of bait for fishing we want to go ahead and delete real quick. Oh, right. Mary wanted me to change my haircut. Which I already know what this is. Like I mentioned, with the early access, we're still in that earlier part that we've seen before. So they want me to change my haircut to aristocrat. Okay. I was not mistaken. Hello, Lucius. Remember how I said we'd meet again? No? You don't remember? Your face is the same, but the look in your eyes is different. Hold on a second. What is this? You say my name was? There must be some mistake, but I don't remember anything. A long, long time ago, you were known as none other than the head of Unicorp, Mr. Lucius. You were my main squeeze once, and you called me Mary back then. Oh, the way you looked at me. The man who ruled the world looked at me like I was a goddess. Back then, I loved you more than life itself. Tell me, darling, do you still love me? Hey, I hate to break your heart, Mariquid, but I have amnesia. I don't know who the hell you are. It would be very disingenuous and very dishonest for me to tell you that I loved you. So I'm gonna say no. Life is a cruel mistress, no? I'm used to her merciless touch by now. Just seeing you again, my dear Lucius, is the best gift you've ever given me. I still think you're pulling my leg. Me, the most powerful man in all of Cosmopolis? So why am I stuck here? Who knows? Maybe the universe has special plans for you, darling. Like, not trying to be mean, but like if I don't remember someone and they're like, do you love me? It's like, ma'am, you don't want to ask that question. Again, don't remember who you are. Probably going to not be giving you the answer you're looking for. Kinda gotta know who you are, as in like actually know you, not just know of you, to give you an answer that might not upset you. Oh, right, I must have gotten a plastic bottle out of that. Alright. Just taking apart more stuff on the roof. And getting a bunch more plants over here. Yeah, and I'll need more tools to get past that area. Oh, I got a little box over here. Yeah, so as you can see, the area of the roof I'm in for the most part, other than like the random planks and all that I've got piled up here because I'm being a terrible slob about cleaning things up. Other than that, it is getting relatively cleaned up pretty well. We still have stuff I can't disassemble yet, but we'll get there. I've been completely ignoring building that. It's probably a mistake on my part. Is there anything else that should be in here? Can I cook the clam? I never thought to check that. No, it's not even listed. That's right, chat. Clearly clams are inedible. So play it safe. Don't eat a clam. Oh, and we've got the berries. Okay, so let's go ahead and drop these off here. This has been sitting here the whole time being like, build me. So my tasks are build a crypto farm, build a minion, build a bridge, and get coffee. So we can go ahead and get the crypto farm. I don't think this is one I'm gonna have to interact with often. So let's shove this. You know what? I can put this over here by the expedition thing, because I think that's the only place I'm gonna need money. Let's shove it over here where I don't think there's anything I care about. Okay. All right. Build the bridges, 0 out of 7. Well, yeah, it's 0 out of 7 planks, though, so it's not really that bad. I'm gonna have to get a lot of water, so we're gonna have to figure that out. So I can drop you off. So I need 4 metal sheets. All right, so we can go here. So I need you. I need the electrolyte, so I've got that. I need 1 more light bulb than that, so let's make the light bulb. There's the light bulbs, and I need 4 metal sheets. I do have a lot of metal sheets scattered around here, so rather than take them from my storage, I'm just gonna grab them from over here. So we can build our crypto farm. Because of course, you know, at the end of days, crypto is still gonna apparently be a thing. Because this is certainly what society needs. Okay. So I'll need 1 more of those, and then I'll be our crypto farm. If you can gather what that is, that's just the in-game currency. And so the idea is you have to run power to make it work and yada yada. It's partially to give it so you have to like set up electricity. This crypto farm will help me fill my wallet and buy something useful from the trader. No dice? Where did I mess up? Wait a second, that's it. Crypto farm needs a power supply. I'll have to put together a simple bio generator with nuts and bolts. As is tradition. I'm used to it. Okay, so now I can make a generator. So we can go here and say, yes, I would like a generator. Okay. So the big thing is going to be grabbing the light bulbs and the plates. Let's see if we got any more of the, any of the stuff running on the roof. No, we got none of the bugs on the roof today. So I can grab that. You can drop all this stuff off. Okay. And I need 4 light bulbs, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And otherwise I just need a little bit of plant stuff and some metal sheets. I thought there was some metal drums over here too. Not seeing them though. So it looks like I have to carry these sheets from a little bit farther away. As far as the plant matter, that's as easy as running around tearing apart some of these bushes that have been laying around here. So get one more of those, and that'll be enough of the green stuff. Alright, so I have to grab some of the metal sheets from over here. Well, that's interesting. Looking down below, I'm seeing the, I am seeing the mushrooms and all that down below, so I wonder if now we're going to be able to get inside the building, because that wasn't a thing the last time. Alright, so with that, we're going to be able to start doing our stuff. We want to keep grabbing this, because I want to say it's after 10 of these, I get a, another goodie from the store. Now we got seeds, let's drop that off. Alright. Sorry about that. Okay, so we've got a new day, so it is one of these things that we probably want to... Oh, there's another drum right there. So I probably want to check what new expeditions are going around, if we can make anything work there. The downside is I'm not going to have hardly any money to begin with. It's my pleasure to introduce you to the one, the only, the newest host of the Do-It-Yourself Club. Now let's fuel up and head straight to the airwaves. The generator feeds on organic matter, so biomass will make a perfect fuel. Now I just have to use a cable to introduce the generator to the crypto farm, and that will be that. So biogenerator can generate electricity. Just make sure it has enough fuel. Connect. Open the panel, select the socket, then click on the structure you want to connect to. You'll need a spool of wire. Disconnect. You can always break the connection via the electrical panel. So I need to grab fuel and the electrical wire. And then once we do that, let's check on what expeditions are available. And then I need to deal with this water and all that. So let's pop over here. So I need wire. I don't have any handy, so I'll have to make some. There's a unit of wire. And we're going to go over to this. And grab a stack of fuel, or that. Now, if I remember correctly, in the early access one of the achievements I didn't get was there was an achievement for at no point eating the biomass, because you technically get 1 unit of energy, so if you're desperate for food, you can eat it. Oh, you only take 8 at a time? Interesting. Alright. As long as there is energy in the biogenerator, the crypto farm will be operational. So we're mining crypto. Alright, so let's drop down, drop the biomass again. So I don't accidentally eat it. Because I do like achievements. And achievements that require you to do something or not do something by the end of a game. Usually ones to watch out for. Oh, you want to talk a lot. I'll deal with that later. Ooh, I'm sweating carrying the water to the roof. Darling, it pains me to watch you hunch over carrying those heavy buckets. Why trouble yourself? Even I know you can automate watering. Farm life leaves its marks on you, you know. So here's my advice, darling. Drag the pump to the roof, and it'll do all the work for you. Look, you can build a pump on those tiles with a droplet on them. I know calloused hands look just as good as a man has scars, but putting together a working pump will be quite the challenge. You need a pump mechanism. You don't just find valuable things like that lying around on the road, you know. Oh, no, no, no. Someone must have picked it up already, and it'll probably fetch for a hefty price. Do you know a local trader? You should check his stock. And it's basically like, hey, you can pump water up here. Yeah, this is telling me I need more stuff to do it. Yep, so now I slowly make money by just clicking on that. I was going to do the expeditions first. I probably should. Let's fish first. And the reason I'm fishing first is to try and give it a chance to store up a little bit of money for me. And then once we get, you know, a little bit of money put together, we can go and catch the traders. So I just want to get rid of this bait we've got. I'm not really going out of my way. All of this is going to become food anyways. All right. Okay. So just got the last couple to catch here. And there'll be a matter of checking the various stores. So we do end up needing to get a decent amount of money. And what we need for that is, like, we've already found out that one of the traders has a drill bit for us. The other one has the pump to make dealing with the crops less obnoxious. So we're going to want to get all that to automate that part. The drill bit's going to be the thing that's going to prevent us from making future progress. So as much as the pump will help us out as well, I do think short term the drill bit's what matters. We also have to spend money to get access. I didn't want to do that one. We also have to spend money to get access to more areas on it. Yes, there's nothing more for me to do right here. So let's go butcher these fish real fast. And I'll check on our money. And if we're lucky, I'll be able to get these materials real quick. So let's start with you. Fillet the fish. All right. Actually, give this back. Interestingly enough, we did get one ink pigment out of that. Okay, so for this, I want... Oh, no, wait, was ink the other one? Yeah, no, ink. Sorry, not ink. This goes the other way, so let's grab that. So I need 3 of the oil. I will need to put some fuel in you so I can cook. So I need 3, so 1, 2, 3. We can go here, make some blueberry jam. Let's wait on those. I will focus on doing the fish steak. And the patty. And with that in mind, we can drop you back here. So we've got solvent there. And I need the plastic. And I need the metal. That should give me all the stuff I need to upgrade those. So we'll eat the patty and that. Okay, so we're doing good there. That'll let us upgrade our drill bit, as well as our sharpening saw, whatever that is. And then we'll see if there's anything else we can do. So there's our saw. There's the drill bit. Okay, so there is an alternate fuel thing. Once we get more materials. Technically, I could do both those minions, but they're kind of out of my budget. And I don't have the ability to make the frames. So let's grab what currency we got out of here. And drop this off. I'm feeling like we can go just a little longer. Oh, we got a new message at the radio. I feel like we can wait just a tiny bit longer. I could probably get the drill bit, because I remember it being 100 something. But like not 100 flat. Oh, wait, before we forget, I need to make the water. And get our coal. So we're not wasting the rest of that material. guess what I learned to make?
いいやだろ
Okay, then show me the recipe. Nope, definitely not coffee. Alright, so with that, let's pop over here real fast. We can go to you. Check the radio message. I love suckered squids and black bustresses too. But when I cast my line and catch some sort of microwave, I get so frustrated. I hope there's someone out there who enjoys fishing in this sunken city full of junk. Okay. Cool, man. Never mail me again. I feel like I'm just trying to wait out like let's go for the 120. And we hit the 120 because I feel like 120 is about right. So just 4 more coins. We'll go check on the trader and see if I can get the drill bit. Because if I get the drill bit where I can access a huge chunk of the roof, even if I have to like wait another day for a certain shop to open or whatever, that'll be fine. Because then I have something I can be actively working on. Okay, so 120. So let's start an expedition and see what else we can find. Yeah, start smart tile modular design to make your life easier. They seem to be mostly convenient stuff. Okay, we got Stan the Hoarder and Oscar's Furniture Appliances. Oscar's, I want to say, is like literally blueprints you have to use tickets to get, and we don't have access to tickets yet. Finally, a customer, and here I was thinking I wouldn't be turning a profit this week, or month, or a year, or until my battery runs dry. By the way, you just dropped my prices. Free thank you with a purchase, so go crazy. Who are you? I used to work as an accountant for Unicorp. Every day I dreamed of opening my cozy little antique store. What stroke of luck that every item is an antique these days. A plain old microwave or a kettle is now worth its weight in gold. I could never have imagined my dream coming true like this. Where do you get your goods from? Oh, I have heaps of suppliers. Some things get brought to me in by the water, others I find lying around, but my little feathered friends bring me most of my most valuable items. They love stealing shiny things, and I let them come inside to warm up. It's a fair trade. Alright, so a little trade. Okay, so we have the programmable cord. That lets me make some robots. Obviously, I don't have the money for it. We have the pump mechanism, which I don't have the money for it. We have the coffee beans, which are what things. We have the drill bit, which I don't have the money for it. This is the thing that's actually locking my progress right now. And a bunch of other goodies I'm less concerned about. Like, the batteries are also good. So, what I probably need to do is we should wait for the extra 20 to get the drill bit set. Because, like I said, that's locking my progress. None of these, I think, will get me anything I really care about. So let's just immediately head back home and see if Stan will still be open long enough for me to get the 20 more coins. Because then I get the drill bits, I upgrade my drill, and then I can start taking apart way more stuff around here and get around that one plant that's blocking me to get access to more of the roof, which will more than likely get me access to new materials, and those new materials will likely get me access to the next thing, and yada yada yada. You get how this works. You unlock the thing to get you to the new area, to find the more things, to unlock the next things, to get you to the new area, to do the more things, to unlock the next thing. Alright, so you're gonna have to wait a good minute. Because yeah, that's what this is saying, is like, hey, you know, Stan has a drill that could let me take that apart. Very clearly right on the side of this, there's a blueprint that the game is trying to tempt me with that I cannot get to yet. And I need a better hand for that. We need a lot of upgrades for this. So let me go ahead and not have any of these things I can do much. We'll cut this tree down. You know how she swallowed the pie? Well, I guess she'll die. I mean, that's the only possible outcome when someone swallows a fly. But that's okay, because you can swallow a frog to, you know, go after the fly, and then swallow a cat to go after that. You can swallow a dog to go after the cat. If people aren't catching, I'm referencing a child's song. Depends on the frog. Depends on the fly? Yeah. Alright, so you only need 7 more. 4 more. And I'm hoping we can get back in time to get the bits from Stan. Which is going to wipe us out, but that's totally fine. We get wiped out financially. I could still just work on the roof in the meantime. And then, you know, when I have a nice little nest egg of coins, we can go back to Stan or wherever else. Cool. So with that, I've got the exact amount I need. Let's start an expedition. Stan, you need to be open, buddy. Don't you dare have closed. None of this 5 o'clock closing time. I demand you stay open past 10. You wouldn't want to miss your only customer. Alright. So we can trade Stan, get the drill bits, and so we're financially ruined. And while we're out and about, let's go ahead and check the beach for stuff. When your only customer is a Karen. Hey man, it's the end of the world, times are hard. Okay, we found basic junk. There's nothing else at the crashed plane we care about, and Oscar is for, trading tickets. Game's already told me that. I don't have tickets, so that does me no good. Ah, reach goals from the goal menu to get coupons. Okay, that's how I get the coupons. I see. I remember that vaguely now. That you'd sit there and have it where it's like build 10 buildings or whatever and you'd get a coupon, or, you know, grow X number of crops, get a coupon, last a day, whatever, get another coupon. So, like, game progression is the way you get that. Or I should say milestones, not necessarily progression. Okay, so I have my drill bits? Yeah, so the drill bits are in my inventory. So I'll grab this, we're gonna run back over here. Because I use those as a material for other stuff. Alright, so what else did I need with this? It's tool upgrade. We have the drill bits, and then I need 4 metal pipes. That was already where I needed to make the metal pipes. Let's just go ahead and do our 4 metal pipes. And then we can go to here. We now have a tempered drill bit. So we can start disassembling everything. Okay. Just taking apart all, like, the Havvac stuff. Okay. This game looks fun. It's cheap now? Yeah. It's just got, like, a nice pacing to it. Alright, so we got more worms, that's fine. I will just plant what I got in my inventory. Okay. I got plenty of food right now, so let's just go ahead and disassemble everything we can. Oh, I'm gonna need more plastic bottles, that's right. So I can drop this off. I will need a handful of plastic bottles. It seems like no matter what, you always need more plastic bottles. Okay. We'll take these apart. Cool. But yeah, so as you can see, we are slowly just removing more and more stuff that's been sitting around here. Slowly making the roof nicer and nicer to be on. But the important thing is now I can go over here, and this whole section of the roof I couldn't get to before. Now I can. So got a blueprint. Hey, what's this? Another useful blueprint. It looks like a resource printer that can print rare components and resources. Just what I need to upgrade the smart tower to finish building the bridge to the next roof over. And we got a battery out of that, so that's good news. I can disassemble you? I mean, I'm down to disassemble a gate. Because most of this is going to be materials I need for a whole range of things. Yeah, so clearly the resource printer... Ooh, plexiglass. We've been looking for that. But also... Oh, that's just a water spigot. Okay. And there's something else over there. We got a new type of seeds, and we got plexiglass. So plexiglass is one of the materials that I've been holding off building stuff because we haven't had access to it, and it said it was a requirement for him. The plexiglass will probably get into the area of making our little robot friends. There's like 2 things I could build with it. I don't remember what they were. Okay, so let's look on our list. So we have, that I haven't already made, the sprinkler, which if I give it water will do that, or the minion. Will do various attacks, but needs to be charged. Looks especially cute in a hat. I don't have the programmable core, so can't do that. We already have the farm. So yeah, the resource printer. You are relatively large, but I think you should go over here with the rest of our production modules. Okay, so let's pin that so I can grab all my resources for it. Drop all of you in there. Put you away. I need a stack of you. Grab you, grab you, grab you. Step over here. Drop all these back in here. So we've got a battery, singular. I do not remember what all we need a battery for, but I do remember there was a lot of things. So let's see. For upgrading tools, the tool upgrades were not batteries as the bottleneck. For building stuff, we just need more ink, which is fine. What? Oh, you know what it was that we needed the batteries for? Stuff like this. So I need another battery to do anything with that. I need 6 batteries to do anything with you. 1 battery is enough if I get the other materials. So we can't do anything with the batteries right now, so put that away. Ooh, actually, I take that back. Lunar tuber seeds. Alright, I'll bite. Oh, I won't bite because I don't have space. We did get a new type of seeds. So let's take 2 seconds. And we're going to run over here real fast. I'm going to check on the module upgrades over here if we have anything that accepts 1 battery to set up. So your 3 batteries, those are new types of minions. Bigger drone battery, we're not going to worry about that just yet. Yeah, so there's nothing here we really care about. And you need metal structures I can't make yet. That's fine. Alright, so let's grab the metal sheets. And get our machine set up down here. And then with this, I should be able to make new materials. And done. I guess this needs some electricity to work. Good thing I just learned how to build generators. Well... Right, so you can choose the different materials to make with this. And then you have input materials and output materials. Right. What did it take me to make power? Oh. Alright, so what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take apart our buildings over here. I'm just going to move them down there. I thought it was all clever by putting it up here where it's near where I need to trade anyways. That would be hard to take apart. But yeah. So demolish structure. Yeah, so unfortunately that was kind of waste of time. Like, we did get our materials, all that, but by needing electricity over here, it just makes sense for me to go ahead and build them over here. So we need the crypto farm and all that. I'm going to tuck those back here so they're still in the area, just not right on top of it. So let's go ahead and rebuild those. So the crypto farm going there. And we can go ahead and do the biogenerator. Rainy weather. It's not bad weather to nature. Rain can be soothing and nice. Garden beds don't need to be watered. Solar panels won't charge. Rainwater can be collected in water barrels if they're empty or contain fresh water. Oh, did I get the thing for making the rain barrels? I don't think we did. I think I skipped those, didn't I? I did. And I don't have the ink to make it happen right now, so that's what it is. Unfortunately, this is one of those games that they do give you all your materials back when you build stuff. So you don't have to do that nonsense, oh, I want to move a building, well, like 10% of my stuff is gone. None of that crap. Alright, so let's get this all hooked up. We are going to need one of the power poles, which I do have. So electric pole, 2 connections. So give me this. All right. They will need a second electrical wire. Yeah, so 1 from there to the pole, 1 back, so and a 3rd. But I'm out of plastic, so I'll need to deal with that in a moment. That shouldn't be hard to resolve, but for right now, it's just grab metal plates and start getting them all in position. Can I put that down? There we go. Now I can pick up 2 at once and save myself some time. I should pick those mushrooms. And then go and try out our new seeds. Because I don't know what those are needed for. We drop off the mushrooms here. Okay. Yeah, so I keep seeing like the mushrooms down below and all that. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, no, we do like it is just a thing that if you're on Twitch, YouTube, or anything these days, there's going to be ads. I'm not saying that's a good thing. It's just, it is what it is. Okay, so I can drill you to get a little bit more metal without having to run across the entire roof. Okay. It's another thing off the roof. Alright, so we didn't have the plastic we need to get more stuff here right now. Because I need one more electrical wire to do what I want. But in the meantime, what I could do... let's just get the electrical wire. So I can run over here. Grab that. Grab you. There, of course, a reinforced hammer to deal with. Okay, so let's run this new area. I'm sure I could find a little bit of plastic really quickly. Grab that little bit of extra plastic. There we go. So I got a little bit of plastic. That should be enough that I can run back over here and get our wire, hook up all this other stuff. We can drop the biomass into our biomass generator to get it back online. And then with that, I can start tossing materials into this thing to have it start producing resources for me. And I do believe we need, like, literally all the resources. So we can grab you, connect you here. Oh! When you said you were a 2-connection pole, I thought you meant... Okay, I mean, that makes sense. For right now... Ah, come on, I do need both. It's fine. We'll go ahead and set you up. So you want the metal rods to make the structure. So we're just gonna go ahead and make a lot of these. And I'll have to go and collect other materials later. We go to this, and yes, with that we can get that going. Yeah, so that's now going to be producing those structure things. Alright. We can make ourselves some nutritious salads. Cool. Alright, which... Most of these are requiring foam to upgrade. But actually... Oh yeah, you need 2 batteries. Surprisingly, you actually... Okay. Because that memory module... I thought we saw we could make that here somewhere. Okay, we can drop you off in here again. Alright, so we've got some food. You had one? Yeah. Those happen. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to that new section of roof we've been working on. And see what we can actually find down there. Because we are producing new goods, but they're just going to take time. I have lots of materials I'm gonna need. Okay, that's all sealed behind stuff. Alright. Whoa, lunar tuber, cultivated far off Earth, hence the name. You can grind this into a starch that makes lots of tasty treats. If I manage to whip up some bread from tuber starch, I bet I'll definitely have to brag about it to Earl. As a true gourmet, he'll definitely appreciate it. Alright. We're taking apart all of this. And we're getting another battery out of this, which is good news. All right. Okay, so we got another machine over there. I see a bunch of plexiglass over there. All right. I wonder what the best source of getting more ink is gonna be. Alright. We can get a lot of it from that. Oh, I see we got blueprints way over there in the far end. Let's try and work specifically towards that far end over there. We're gonna try and figure out our way past. Okay, wooden barricade. Yeah, so that's if we had left the electro sites as hostile. The wooden barricades, they would begin to attack and all that. But I think they hold up for a while. Like, there's a lot of things you can do to deal with them. Like, you can put up torches that draw them to them. I mostly just kind of didn't want to deal with it this time. I've dealt with the last couple times I played through, and it's just like, you know what? I'm good. Alright. So we can go through this way. We got another package over here. Don't open. Alright, so if we get 10 caviar... Okay, we make jam sandwiches, we get something new. Okay, lunar tubers are how we get our next upgrade for that. Yeah, so we need the lunar tubers are one thing, progression-wise. It requires the better hammer. And unfortunately, I can't quite cut her out through here yet. We need a riveting hammer to get rid of those, apparently. So let's continue to take these apart because they have a bunch of batteries and all that in there. Basically taking everything of value we can pick up. Until our inventory is full, which it's getting pretty much there. Okay. And that'll be the last of our plastic bottles. Alright. Ooh, we actually had room for those. Oh, right, because they just picked up the other stuff. Okay, so let's grab this plexiglass, because that we can't get up where we're at over there. I did get myself a couple of those metal structures we're making. We can carry the plexiglass up here towards making our stuff. But anyway, I'm doing pretty good. Just playing a little I Am Future. In a little bit here, we'll switch over to Farming Simulator, pick up where we left off with that. I'm going to kind of pop back and forth between those for the next couple streams, what I think my plan is going to be. I really appreciate that the rain in this game has made it so I don't have to deal with a lot of stuff. Okay, so I can drop all that off. We do have a lot of lunar tubers. Do I have enough to just, like, finish what I was doing down there already? Okay, drop those off. There's your seeds. Oh, what was your upgrade cost? Okay, so you're that. We got more of these metal frames here. Ah, I never started production. That's real helpful. Blueprints. So we have the water barrel blueprint. Yeah, so it's 4 for the 3 contacts. We should wait for that. Oh, good. We have, let me make another spray bottle real quick. We have the stuff going to be messing with us on the roof again. I thought I saw more. Okay. I got a bunch more of these. Okay. That's perfect timing, because that'll let me get my extra connection for my power pole, so I can have both the crypto thing going and the other thing. So let's run over here real fast. That's not the right machine. And I should be able to go over here to the blueprints and make a power pole with multiple connection points. Okay. Drop that off. I've got you here, so I'll drop more of the pipe in here. Oh, we did get coffee beans. Wait, where did I get the coffee beans from? Man, I'm okay with it. It's just, I thought I had to trade for those, and we definitely didn't. So I don't know. Okay, so I can upgrade you in place. All right, so a light bulb and a transformer. Okay, we can drop the rest off here. We do have 7 batteries now, so we're looking pretty good there. So with this, I should be able to go to you, grab another electrical wire, and hook up our cryptocurrency production machine thing, and all that. Let's see, sorry, farming is going to be chill fun. Also, you have life update. You finally found a job. Nice! Good to hear. Alright. Cool. So that's going fine. You still got plenty of power. So what do you need to upgrade? That's not too bad. We can go ahead and make that happen to upgrade our biogenerator. So let's grab the stuff out of here. And we can go here, grab the circuit board. Grab the light bulbs. I may be out of solvent. We can deal with that here in a minute. Yeah, so you need 2 solvent. Which I do not remember what I need to make that. I think it's here, though. Oh, we can make bread now, but it requires water. Were you not where I make the solvent? No, I guess I make the solvent over here? Yeah. Cool. So I can go over here, upgrade you. We can top off the power a little bit and drop off these materials. But as you probably figured out from now, this game, it is the cycle of just you upgrade the thing, get the next thing, upgrade the thing, get the next thing, and all that. Okay, so meanwhile, we've grown a lot of those. Let's grow some blueberries for a minute. Oh, and drop you off, drop you off. Okay, so it definitely looks like I have enough of the potatoes to run down here and get that thing. A little bit... Oh, we're really hungry. Oh, wait, never mind, I got food on me. Okay. Let's run down here real fast. Okay. We can get whatever the potatoes unlock. We can also cut apart some of these other things. Alright. Gotta get the buff? Absolutely. You want one to not be buff? That's just silly. Yeah, for those who have missed what we've been doing in the farm sim run, we have been doing like a 0 to hero thing. Where am I still missing? Okay, there we go. Okay. There you go. So lots of goodies out of that. Ah, my inventory is full. Lovely. Okay, so let's quickly pop over to this, because there was the lunar tube thing, which is one of the things I absolutely needed. Cool. So with the lunar tube thing, I should be able to equip or get another upgrade to let us do a little bit more so far as progression-wise. So let's go ahead and run over there and get that. That's another equipment upgrade. Oh, we also had stuff back here. So we got a new haircut. No, I forgot we're still wearing the aristocrat haircut from where she wanted us to change our haircut. All right. Taking apart microwaves in real life can be quite dangerous. There's actually a lot of stuff that you wouldn't think being that dangerous that just taking them apart can be problematic. Like taking apart computer monitors, not so much the liquid crystal ones as much, but like the older ones, the cathode ray tube and all that. That is not something you want to just like let your kid do or something like that. The capacitor in there is a very means business capacitor. Alright, so foam is going to be lots of plastic, so I'm going to have to find a good source for that. Let's actually go here, because I know I need way more foam than the other stuff. Let's drop the foam in there. Stop production. What? Okay. Yeah, so the underused material skips put back. Oh, you need to be upgraded before I can do the next material. Ah! Okay, hang on. Alright, so that means, yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. You're fine. I missed that I need to upgrade that. So we can get the chemical resistant flask. So we look at our tools now. There's our non-reactive thing. And that said it was needed for these, so I'm curious how that works. Okay, so that requires the pump. Gotcha, so we needed the non-reactive thing to continue working on that. I've got the coffee beans. I think, so, right-clicking those will consume them. So I'm a little leery about what to do with those. Either way, I can probably satisfy this right now. You need more ingredients? Yeah, so it's going to be coffee beans and water is what's going to be needed to make that recipe. Just because that's all coffee is boiled, whatever. We can go here, grab 2 more seeds of, it doesn't really matter. Okay, and I've got 8 of those. There's bound to be something I can do with it. Let's go here. Garden flower bed. Build a couple more of those. Need to grab 2 things of wood. Got another message on the radio. Yeah, so we need to find that. So it looks like we're still locked behind the foam and all that. So let's check the radio tower here. Yeah, it's anything that's got a decent... Looking like you can make a better hammer as well. Let me check here in a moment, because if I can make a better hammer, that'd be good. Ooh, we can get the Storge meta network. That's just a display and 10 wire, so let's go ahead and get that. And for those who don't know what it means, that means it gives me ability to add a bunch of stuff. We can get a second cargo platform. And I did say we can get the bigger drone better. I'm going to wait on that. So let's run down here. You said you saw it looked like I could get the better hammer? Oh, it's just showing that I can do more stuff here. I can. So that's the better hammer done. I can also get the reinforced cybernetic hand. I just need fish fat and metal. So I just need to chuck a little wood in there. And so it's going to be a lot of upgraded tools all at the same time. Okay, so let's go down here. And it should be... So for the water bottle, I have to do bottle of fresh water and all that. That's fine, we'll deal with that later. So there's a little food for us. We do have enough of these to unlock this. So I got a new outfit we can wear. Which means now I don't have to worry about these mushrooms. I can just use them for food for the time being. Made a bunch more food. Go ahead and just make a bunch of oil cans while we got it. And grab the coal while we're here. Yeah, because you require more of the foam. Cool. So, the second platform, I need this. And I need one more structure from here. I also need the displays, and I need 3 wire. Or, sorry, 10 wire. I'm low on metal. Let's see if this will become metal. Are shoes the thing? Yes, I took the shoes off. Aesthetically, I just chose to not wear shoes. Okay. As you can see, we're getting to the point where we're getting most of the stuff out of here entirely. Okay. So let's go grab what we've got over here. And get the second cargo platform. We'll probably be able to find somewhere around here that I'll be able to get, Oh, right, you still have stuff for me. New letter. Game Master. Incorrect. Try again. Captain Galaxy needs to escape the enemy marine port. What do you choose? Fight Boba Flea and seize his cruiser. Okay. Cosmopolis Life. All Unicorp appliances have been fitted with the latest microchips, which ensure that they never make mistakes. Stan. Anyone need a new drill? I'm sure someone out there does, and I have one. I'm willing to put it to good hands in exchange for some U-coins. I think we already got that. And you are... Okay. So this is going to be one of the major things that we work on here, is just need to make more and more of those metal frames. So that's good to know. Meanwhile, we can go into the upgrade modules here. And let's get the second cargo platform so we can bring more stuff back on our missions. And then we want to do this, which I still need a little bit more metal scrap for. Okay. So this isn't giving me the metal scrap or get a lot of other materials. That's just kind of one of those things you do, is you just go through and cannibalize literally everything you can. Because some of them will give you materials that you'll need to progress, some of them will just give you useful materials that you'll need here and there. But as you can probably notice, as we're getting these buildings to be clearer and clearer and clearer of materials, eventually we will completely deplete them of materials. The other thing is we still aren't off our initial roof, and there are several different roofs in the game. Give me the solvent. Okay. No, I need more plastic piles to go through there. Cool. Oh, we already actually have the wire now. Okay, so we can knock this thing out. And this means I don't have to walk the whole way around anymore. We're giving ourselves a shortcut back here. The dev apparently does like shoes in real life. But we did get enough wire from taking that stuff apart that I was getting plastic to make wire, and now I just shortcut it to the wire. Okay, so let's start this. We can get our meta storage. Let's pin that as another project that we want to knock out. Is there something else you want to go ahead and get going here? We can get the drone bigger battery. So then we just have these ones here. All of those have more materials I know what to do with. So that's all fine there. I'll go ahead and grab you while we're here. Alright. Put you away. And as you can see, we're getting to the point where I can't quite get everything in there. Oh yeah, we have the unified inventory now. For those who don't know what that is, I can literally go between our storage. I have a second storage box somewhere. Okay, but yeah, so now I can store stuff in multiple places. So at this point, we'll pretty soon stop bothering to store stuff in here. We do have the water bottles. So what I want to do here is, do you still have heat? We can grab some wood. And drop it in here. And let's grab our coffee beans and our water. We'll put our water in here as well. So I want to go chef mode, coffee beans, water. So we have learned how to make energizing coffee. We can put those together. That requires more. Strange substance. Strange substance. Strange substance. Okay, we can learn some with water and the mushrooms. Mushroom soup. Cool. Yeah, so there's something we're missing for the potatoes. With the potato, yeah, so we can go ahead. I need to add more ingredients in that. And more ingredients in that, apparently. It's not that, is it? Oh! So, I can't make it because I don't have enough materials. But apparently water, biomass, and the potatoes can be something. Yeah, so I don't have what I need to make anything with that. Unless it's something like this obvious. No. Yes, there's something more to this that we don't know what we're missing. That's fine though. So with that, we got ourselves some more goodies. Then we can make ourselves some coffee. We have the mushroom soup. Right, so bread. Ah, I need fat. I need fat for bread. Which I don't have. That's okay. For the moment, we'll go ahead and make ourselves some more coal. To burn off the rest of this. Mushroom tea, change places. Okay, so I also need biomass with this inventory upgrade. Gotcha, so I actually do need to bring stuff here. Apparently there's a thing called tech wood. So I need to deal with that. So let's go over here to the biomass. Okay, so got that topped off to keep everything running. Oh, wrong one. Yeah, and unfortunately that's 12 metal frames. So that's gonna take a while. I'm gonna need more metal pipe for it too, so let's go ahead and knock that out. Okay. But with all that said, chat, it is getting to be about that time I did say I was going to switch games about halfway through stream. We are about halfway. I have enjoyed getting back into I Am Future. I do think we're going to continue this playthrough. Definitely people responded much better than I was kind of expecting, which is a good sign. But we made some pretty solid progress. We've got the first roof mostly done. Like, I've obviously got a mess down here. But we are continuing to just unlock more and more stuff. Oh, I just need to return to Carl. That's fine. We are getting a lot of the stuff done here. So we're doing pretty good with all that. 11 and 11 there. Yeah, no, that's about halfway through stream for me. So it's going to end up happening is I'm going to hit save. Just so we make sure we have a good save here. If you are watching over on the YouTube side, the stream will go down as I switch games and all that. If you're over here on the Twitch side, just hang out. We'll switch over. And for those being like, oh man, I'm really enjoying this. I'd really like to see more. We'll do more tomorrow. I am trying to make sure I also do stay in the farm sim category as well for a little while I've got all that going on, just because if, you know, like now's a good time to do that for, you know, channel growth, health of the channel, yada yada, insert the blanks there.